Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to BMT. Uh, Pretty much, I'm back. I know it's been a while since I've been back. I know it's been a minute, and I had a lot of stuff happening. Had a lot of stuff happening. Definitely for the good. Definitely for the good. And I stayed back. I stayed back my hand and watched a lot of stuff. Um, I allow the old fogies to talk. The older dudes to talk and whistle and chase each other around the dog. And I refuse to do it. I'm not chasing no old. I'm not chasing no old niggas around, bro. I'm not chasing no old niggas, and I'm not chasing no weak niggas around. So I had to ask the question: Has the black have has women following? Now make sure I corrected this. Has black men following mentor daddies? They have mentors and coaches and whatever type of philosophy of teachers. And these ideologies, that they follow, has it made them weak? Now I know a lot of men don't want to own up to that. They have their philosophies of MGTOW, Itmore, red pill, black pill, monk mode. They have all their different type of pillologies and shit that they get behind and follow and bandwagon on. They jump on from one to the next. They jump on to the passport bros, as well as done did a whole lot, And I would have to ask the question, with all these things that these black men have done, has it made them just weak? Has it sissified them? It's almost to the point where they get on and they ramble and chatter like the women for hours at a time. And I know a lot of people say, well, PMT, who are these? Well, y'all already know who the fuck y'all are. I mean, y'all called the manosphere. Are you not? Y'all called red pill. Y'all called y'all the male divestors. You know what I'm saying? You divest and you're running. You know what I'm saying? You pop pills to learn your truth. You pop pills because you're woke. You're woke to the truth. So I had to ask because they done joined so many movements. It's honestly hard to tell where they stand. I could believe that. Seeking. Yeah, I believe that. A lot of them were weak before they started. I just don't think they could ever gain ground. But I think it's definitely cultivated a more virus like atmosphere. What's going on, Maurice? What's going on, James Doe? Shout out to y'all. It's definitely cultivated an atmosphere, an environment for more of the weak. You know, I've heard that. I've seen it. Men getting online, asking about their looks. Look at my clothes. You know what I'm saying? Donate to me, support me. I do this for y'all. I do 8 and 10 hour to 11-hour panels for y'all. And at some point, you would think it's almost as if they were only fangirls. Hell, they pretty much are on YouTube. You had men trapped overseas saying, hey, I need y'all to pay for me to get back home. Fund me. I'm seeing men. There's a video where man, like y'all show these videos with these men that so-called winning, but then y'all show another video with men going overseas, begging goddamn women for sex. You can't take that video down. I mean, you surely can't. There's a whole plethora of videos. And I would have to start asking the question, can you still truly blame it on the women while the men are so heavily effeminate? I mean, at some point, they barely wanted to beat the woman. They, in a sense, became that of what they wanted to be. And so you have to start asking yourself, what was the end game of all this? What was the end game? I'm watching men get online and scream and holler for validation of other men. I'm watching men throw their families to the side for social media prostitutes and strippers. I've seen dudes spend more time on here rather than that of actually working a real actual job. Like YouTube is not an essential. Being a social media influencer is not an essential. You're no different than them liberal basket weavers and people that y'all preach and cry about and moan about. You're no different than them. I mean, honestly, like if we honestly pull up the repertoire of what a lot of these people talk about, man, you'll see for yourself. Go ahead, look. Go ahead, honestly, look what the men talk about. Let's look what the men talk about. Okay. Because if you pull up majority of the content that men produce, black men produce now on YouTube, it's mainly about that of prostitution, women, access to sex, game, celebrity gossip, talking about submission. They talk a lot. They talk a lot about traveling, divesting, getting their clothes, hair, nails, and stuff done. Whatever type of effeminized shit that they have going on. Can't say this ain't true, but your biggest content creator of the men was literally that of a man that cared more about being, you know, of having a certain type of sus look. He was teaching men how to wipe their booty holes. Ain't none of them had nothing to say about that. He was teaching you how to wipe your booty holes, how to clean it out with a wet wipe. This is the one space where I've seen men jump on panels and literally talk about how they feel like, hey, we need to go 50-50 with women. But they want 100% patriarchy, but they want to be equal to that of the women. I can't make this up, man. I can't make this up. This is y'all talking points. I'm gonna start reading some of y'all content. If y'all don't mind, you know what I'm saying, no skin in the game. Let's see what content we have. I'm going to just show you. Not celebrity gossip, it is what it is. I put in black manosphere and then I'll put in Negro manosphere. Now, okay, I guess you are doing that shit. I am not for the black manosphere. Here's why. The bed. Oh God. Listen. In every video, I swear to you not, man. This white girl comes up. Productive pettiness, black man. Okay. Nerds of the black manosphere exposed. Oh, I don't even know who the fuck this is. Fly. A passport bro is pleading for help after his Asian wife did this to Thomas Sowell. I heard some of Thomas Sowell's crazy shit. Yeah, celebrity gossip. That is definitely a thing. I don't understand that of the infatuation with black dudes, white girl. Look how quick she jumped back from. Jesus Christ. That's okay. That's fine. Divestors. All right. So I guess they talk about divesting. O'Shea, you know O'Shea Grift. That man's a heavy grifter. I'm not gonna hold you on that one. Man of Tomorrow, he going in. He became the new Manosphere president. I don't see how he gonna turn this shit around. Does the black Manosphere death curse? Now I want you to see this shit. This shit is crazy. I don't know what that this picture says a lot to me. This dude was a pedophile. This dude was behind closed doors talking to women to the left. That's David Carroll with the white hat on. He always was sucking on cigars and talking about he would choose hoes. He would choose a cigar over hoes, but he was talking to hoes. Alan Roger Curry was always talking about game. But then Alan Roger Curry, he died on the far right. That's the light-skinned nigga. He died with a young wife and a child. That's a thing in the black manosphere. It's a lot of old niggas that be talking about trying to get with young girls, but then half of their age, their health sucks. Sinful to Pete, that's the guy right there, right behind Kevin Samuels. He died of HIV. Why any nigga would support that nigga? Y'all are crazy. Y'all support a whole statutory assault person. You know, we can't say the whole thing, but he actually penetrated a young 13-year-old girl, got her pregnant, and also has HIV. You know what? Sometimes, you know, you just got to shut up and just let the cards fall. And Kevin Samuels, well, goddamn, that's your image consultant of the space. But I would say this actually pretty damn well sums up the manosphere. Old vitriol niggas that talk about bitches all day, but want to holler at young bitches while pillow talking about niggas. You have sexual offenders in this space, as well as people with heavy convictions with against minors. Old niggas that want to play daddy to a whole bunch of other men, but can't even fix their own kids. And old niggas that want to date young girls, knowing that they're going to croak and die in 2 more months. That if this right here is not the manosphere. Oh, and I got to get this thumbnail. Ochi, I hope you don't mind, bro. I'm going to steal that thumbnail, bro. I am going to steal it. That sums up the whole manosphere. That summed up the whole manosphere. Honestly, that's literally y'all whole band of failure. I agree, Half Dragon. I agree. All the world stage and all the men and world and women merely players. From the play As You Like It, Act 2, Scene 7 by William Shakespeare. You know, I would have to ask the question. Of the means to the why. No matter how much y'all hear people come on here and talk about relationship, marriage, what men and women need to be doing, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. And holistically, it's not going to fix that of the failures and talking points that people live by. Like, I'm just being honest, man. Like, a lot of the older niggas that get on here, they talk about so much suspect stuff, man. And it's like they'll talk about how Pookie and X, Y, and Z destroy the community, but then they'll talk about how they need to get access to like 19-year-old and 18-year-old young girls, or they'll start arguing about the age of consent on a state. And I'll be like, damn, they don't even try to hide the shit. You got emotionally damaged, weak men coming around here, man. And I know a lot of people say, well, I'm getting tired of you talking about this space. Well, guess what? It is for what it is. I mean, if you don't like it, I mean, can't do nothing about it. To be honest. I mean, I done seen the Manosphere meetup. There's a bunch of frail old men that had health problems, fat on canes, literally having gestational diabetes or whatever type of shit going on. Look at the majority of the dudes who be going overseas. They be begging goddamn women for sex and shit. It'd be crazy, man. No shame. All right. I look at the catalog and I would ask the question, was it the women that made the men weak? Ask yourself that question fairly. Was it truly the women that made the men weak, or were the men just, they were always just weak? And I know some people say, well, if they had a father, it's not true. It's not true. They'll say, because daddy wasn't in their life, that's why they are the way they are. That's why they act the way they do. And I'm like, okay, so you're a grown man then. You're 24 to 35 years old. Why are you still complaining about not having a daddy? Why am I still seeing stuff in the chats? If this man had just gotten to me sooner, I would have been saved. I'd be like, what? This man, we need a new leader. Oh, I love that. We need a new leader of the manosphere. We need a new leader of Pill Logic or, Red Pill. He's the leader of Passport or SY. I'm like, wait, why do y'all always looking for a daddy? That was always weird to me. Men looking for other men to lead them and hold their hand like a father or a daddy or a surrogate mother. Like, I could never take that serious, the bitch coming out of some of these men's mouth. Like, I never asked for no fucking leader. And I know some people say, well, you gotta have some type of leader. No, you need a father. You need a daddy. You need somebody to help wipe your ass and shit. Like, I that's what I'm saying. You can't say that you're speaking with a man. Black men getting online, asking for daddies, asking for teachers, calling people masters. The fuck? I'm sorry. But that just never sat right in my spirit. What makes you as a man buck broken and less inferior to another man? I would have to ask that question, and I ask fairly. I know why a lot of black men don't fuck with me, because I can't roll with a bunch of bitches. I shall not, and I will not. Let's be for real, man. A lot of these dudes come from some broken, like, horrific story backlines. And they'll use whatever prior situation to talk about why they like get on and start talking about all kind of crazy shit. They'll start talking about how the reason why they're fucked up is because some Illuminati source government is keeping them back. But then again, they want to talk about how they're getting resources, but they're online, but they're talking about they're trying to get off the government. Like, man, if you don't shut your goofy asses up, like, this is why I don't take motherfuckers serious in this bitch, man. That's why when people say BMT, you're not with this. I'm not. I don't. I got jack shit in common with a lot of these motherfuckers, bro. I'm not moping around here. I'm not playing a victim. I'm not looking for no savior. I don't need no daddy. I don't need no mommy. I'll cry, help, reach. I'm not asking for nobody to help give me a job, put me on, teach me. I ain't never asked a motherfucker to teach me shit in this bitch. But what this has shown was just how effeminized and weak the men are around in this space or out here, just general. And I'm just being honest, man. Like, the men around here are weak as fuck. They are. Red pill ideology has made black men weak. It's made them soft. Black men, you talking about you going to Midtown? Go where? Black men, where can you go? Where are those white boys going to allow you to go? And that's not on the racial shit. I'm just saying, like, your dichotomies of situations are too vastly different. It's only till they come around you when they need you dumb niggas to vote, or you have some kind of trauma bond situation of how somebody took milk and threw it on your head and ripped up your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's when y'all niggas start talking about, like, oh, well, they understood me, or somehow this white bitch that can't get along with her dad, he was always cool with me and he adopted me in, but I gotta, do some kind of like subliminal, humility ritual where I gotta be humble to them. I've tried, like, I've literally tried to hear out some of y'all. Like, I've tried to hear out the angst and the woes, and that's why I'm like, okay, man. At some point, man, you gotta move the fuck on. People try coming at me on BMT. Weren't you sexually abused? But I'm not here crying about bitches. Y'all cry about the one girl that turned you down in 7th grade. That made you nut up and go hermit and give up on pussy and call yourself an incel because one girl turned you down. Some girl called you some dark old charcoal monkey, and now the world came to an end. This space says that they don't like prostitutes. But let's be honest, a lot of them get online and they try to wife up or give their funding to prostitution. Hang on. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. This is how crazy. I'm gonna show how crazy this shit is. So let me where's that video at, boy? That video was wild. Hang on. Let me go get that video, man. I gotta find that video. I gotta find the video. It's crazy. It was in my history. Hang on. All right. What's going on? Shout out to my homie Craig. What's going on, Exile? What's going on, Exile? What's going on, Exile? What's going on, everybody? I gotta show y'all this, man. This is why I'm gonna tell y'all right now. For everybody. Oh yeah, hey, bro. That's my good luck. My kids got me that, bro. I gotta love it. I can't. They say, hey, if they don't see that teddy bear in the shop, they know I'm bullshit. I love my kids, man. I love my kids. Unlike some of these niggas online, You know, that's another thing I gotta get at. Because this is the only. Let me tell y'all one thing about y'all. Y'all black men are goofy as fuck. I've done heard black men get on here and talk about, well, if I can't, because me and the baby mama don't get along, I don't fuck with my kids. If that ain't some weak bitch shit, if I ever heard some, I don't know what it is, bro. But then you complain about the environment of how you was abandoned. But then y'all afraid to claim your kids, spend time with your kids, or go the extra mile for your children. Y'all rather go the extra mile for niggas on YouTube that don't really fuck with you and promote them as your fucking daddies rather than be your own father. I never understood that logic. Like, y'all niggas get hard-ons for fuck boys and old-ass niggas that literally, like, I could never understood y'all. Like, what kind of man, because you don't get along with your child, because you don't get along, not with your child, you don't get along with the mother, you'll say, fuck my child. But then you want to be respected, but you'll go play stepdaddy for some white bitch, some goddamn other children out there. And I mean, y'all got videos of y'all doing this shit, bro. Like, it's like, I'm just saying, dude, this space, and you'll get a whole ambiance audience. I kid you not, Con, you'll get a whole audience that will literally, like, yeah, fuck your family. Yeah, go be with that family over there that will love you and take care of you. Like, and I'm like, a weak-ass bussy bitch. I don't got no love for you. The best thing that probably could happen at that point is your ass die, and then the kid get the Social Security money. I don't give a fuck for you. I don't. I don't. I got no love for you. Any man that will gladly brag about abandoning his kids for some type of monetary sexual value, or to say that I'm the man, you're a fuckboy. You're a fuckboy. I don't care about monetization. I don't. This YouTube shit, this is goofy shit to me. This is play. I'm not depending on YouTube to pay no fucking mortgage, to feed my children, educate my family. That's my job. Y'all fuckboys need this shit. I don't need this shit like that. I'm not chasing the clout of the world. Then y'all have y'all asses bent over like Diddy boys, fucking goddamn doing all. Well, then again, they already got niggas on here who are married crying to strippers and prostitutes to just call them. So, I mean, this spot has already done blown up, got men looking all kind of crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, let's go ahead. I'm gonna show y'all a little video clip. Fair use. Shout out to my homie O'Shea. You know, all love to you, homie. I gotta show y'all. So what y'all see, this is a black man and another black man. Now as you see, they got these drugs in their goddamn little condo overseas. This is in the Dominican. You know, this is why all these niggas say that they be going to again. You know, they always got to look at. They got their little phone. They got their little T-shirt. The hat on backwards and shit. You know, this is the standard YouTube male get up dress style. I'm hip. I'm cool. I go to the gym, do my P90X milkshake, creatine shake, whatever shit they do, and I holler at prostitutes. So watch what this goofy motherfucker got to say.
Anyways, make sure you tell them a price beforehand.
What? Hold on. Wait. What did he say? Anyways, make sure you tell them a price beforehand. This is 2023. 2023, May 2023. You got one dusty motherfucker right here. You got the prostitutes right here just sitting there having a good time. And this guy right here complaining like, hey, you need to tell the girls the price beforehand. But they said they're going over their bill. They only building hoes money, bro. This nigga, these people are always team hoe, bro.
Make sure you tell them a price before he gets scammed, because Shorty is trying to scam me, but it's cool. Yeah. No.
Now I want you to see them. Now hold on.
So you won't get scammed, because Shorty is just trying to scam. Scam me, but
Now pause this. As much as they bitch about black women and about their hourglass figure, you see goddamn Marcia or Calencia or whatever the fuck going on. She ain't no bad bitch as they keep on bragging about. She ain't no bad bitch, but of course, they'll shame their own women and people, but then this is what they be fucking. Don't feel bad, but Kevin Samuels was fucking a fat bitch. And I mean, niggas didn't want to say shit about that. I mean, shout out to Kevin. You know, I like BBWs also, my nigga. So I'm not mad at you. You know what I'm saying? I love BBW. I like big titties. I like a big ass. But you done chose a girl with no ass, a whole goddamn pregnant stomach, and goddamn C-cup titties. Now, let's go on. Because now look at, she punking him. Why? I want you to show, I'm going to show you how weak these motherfuckers are. Watch how she punk him.
it's cool. Yeah. No sex, so you good. You can go. Oh, shit, okay.
Now hear that again.
Yeah. No sexual, you good.
No sexual, you good. No sexual, you good. I don't make this shit up, bro. This is why I stay to myself. This is why I said, y'all don't ever have to invite me to no more of these motherfucking fuckboy panels. Don't invite me to no more international panels. Don't invite me to no more shit. I am good in my own circumference. I am so done with trying to understand these fucking whack-ass black men on YouTube, bro. They're all the same at some point. They're actually starting to act the same. They actually talk about they're on that pro-black dashiki love shit. But then they over there like sucking up on Aunt Jenny and white bitches and stuff. And I mean, that's fine. Fuck what you fuck. Cool. But just don't be talking about my shit over here, bro. Especially to, you know, get to actually like look at you on the scope. See, me, what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. I work hard. I play hard. I did my time in service. I done travel the world. I done raised my churn, taking care of my family. I am that. I need no validation on YouTube. None of that. Only motherfucker I need validation from, the motherfucker I'm in bed with. Other than that, the fuck a motherfucker on this bitch can tell me. I have never gotten online and asked another man to lead me. How does a man want to lead a family, but he asking other men to lead him by the hand? Like, if that ain't some bitch monger shit, I don't know what is, bro. Now you got a whole prostitute punking your ass online. While the other black man right there sitting there, oh, ain't nothing we can do. But y'all say y'all patriarchy is respected. Y'all said that when y'all go over there to wherever you go, y'all be getting treatment. Y'all didn't have no smoke for no Rollo Tomasi. Y'all didn't have no smoke for that white boy that told y'all to go get y'all vasectomy and go get snipped. A lot of these black men were quiet. Why would they say anything? Oh, I need to show that clip too? Because see, as I'm understanding these pill ideologies, these spaces, MGTOW, ITMO, all this shit's a waste of fucking time. This shit ain't got black men jit, jack, squat, shit, nothing. All it just showed is just how weak men are. Ain't a motherfucker can ever come to me and say that, hey, bro, I put you on some. You ain't put me on the jack shit, nigga. You didn't save a damn thing in my city, bro. Charleston is still the same, bro. You ain't put no gas in my car. You didn't help nobody. And I know a lot of people. Right, well, BT, who said we're gonna help somebody? So what the fuck is y'all little talking points Y'all are helping men. Y'all are providing for men. Y'all are giving men the tools to fight. But not too long ago, y'all were just bitching about winter's coming. The women are going to have to come back. Come back to what? Nigga, you got to have something to come back to. Like I told y'all. Y'all out, nigga. Only thing that this space come up for is hate speech. Only thing that this place came up for is goddamn some weirdos and shit. Your best leaders are either gay, self-hating motherfuckers, goddamn alt-right, or ally LGBT. Nothing prominent for a black man. But, oh wait, there's more. The black men are so scared to speak up because they've been punked into submission. And I've seen it on panels. If these passport bros impregnate them, then they are creating fatherless, broken homes, and that bother. No, see, and you know the thing about it, Cyrus? It amazes me because these dudes use the talking point, right? Familia. We're formulating this, but you got dudes going over there talking about they paying for goddamn pussy, which we know they do. We know they do. Because let's make no mistake. Why do you think their main talking point is about getting the bag, getting money? We're going to AP. That's been the main talking point in this fuck boy ass space. It don't matter if they got education or not. They all fuck boys, straight up and down. You wanted to beat the bitch so bad they became the bitch. These niggas spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on mics and shit. What? Let me show you how OnlyFans. I'm gonna show you one panel, and I'm gonna show you OnlyFans girls, and I'm gonna say, tell me what's the difference between them. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. I can't show y'all that damn nasty stuff. Only fan girls podcast. Now, I'm going to show y'all how only fangirls podcasts. I'm going to show y'all a bunch of these goddamn women. Now I'm going to show you. I can't make this up, man. Let's see. Somebody says, real talk. You sound very intelligent, but you're here. Then the other guy says, I bet if I listened to you and your mother, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Oh, okay. Okay. So I guess one of the passport holes, caveat avatars came here because his name is Real Talk Pod Box. Okay. Okay. I mean, we already know. But let him rock for a while. Let him rock for a while. I like when the feedback of the booty pill poppers, they come around. I like when they come around. Because we already know a lot of them, they can't get laws passed. They'll never get a bill signed. They'll never get men's jobs. They're avatars. They're avatars. Here. I'll tell you what. I'll do you a solid. Watch this. Watch me punk this dude. I'm gonna drop the link just for you. I don't want nobody else. I don't need nobody else. I want the tractors. Yes. Black men. Booty pill poppers. Pill ideology defenders of the universe. Defend your daddies. I got a good relationship with my mother, actually. I have a really good relationship with my mother. I don't know why. I don't know how that was an insult. I bet if I listened to you and your mother, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Well, the thing about it is, that's my mom. Some of my mom's ideologies I agree with. Just like I agree with some of my ideologies of my father. This just shows you just how mentally broken a lot of these black men are. They take that a man listening to his mother is a bad thing. I want y'all to think about it. They take this is how bad this pill shit got them fucked up. A man listening to his mother is a sign of disrespect and a failure to his masculinity. When I tell you these men are so bussy broken from the household, they rather listen to dudes online that are real talk. The link is down there if you ever want to come up. Because somehow, mind you, their main talking point is about family. But somehow, me having a connection to my family is a bad thing. Hold up. Cam up first. I got to know if you're real or not, buddy. You don't got to cam up for the audience, but I got to know if you're real or not. If you can't show your face to me while you're down there, we're going to have a problem. I heard men say this to a woman. Crazy. Let's hear what this guy got to say. I'm gonna pull him up.
No, I'm listening to you.
Right,
You asked me the question. I just joined in. When I saw you blaming all these effeminate black boys on a red pill, I'm like, this dude here is talking about nothing. This dude here is out of his mind. Like, how could you put all these little boys on the red pill? Explain that.
Okay, so let's get this out. One person at a time. Okay? One person at a time. We can't go on a running streak. So your conversation on this one right here. Let's get this out the way. I bet if I listened to you and your mother, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. That's very interesting because literally y'all speak highly on, especially from a red pill, about family. How was that? Why did you make that correlation of me having a connection to my family?
Because when you speak about topics, you sound like a woman. You don't speak logically. You putting effeminate bars on them knowing about the nature of men and women would make them effeminate. That's like absolutely wrong. I think being raised by your mother who over effeminate you, that would more effeminate a boy than what you're saying, the red pill. How could the red pill effeminate a boy? I don't understand where your point of view of that.
So
how can you even put something like that in the title?
All right, so let me ask you this. Well, where does your pill ideology come from?
Like I said, make the question more clear
Listen,
because when
no, I did that.
I'm not a red pill expert. I just listen to a lot of stuff on YouTube. When I see red pill, it just means like open.
Wait. Hold on, real talk. You jumped up on here defending red pill, correct?
I didn't jump on here defending red pill.
Correct.
I jumped on here.
You did.
Defending logical conversation. Like what were you? You were saying that effeminate boys like this. The red pill is new. The red pill is new to the world. The black community boys have been effeminated for decades now. Red pill is new. For you to blame effeminate boys, come on, man. That makes no sense at all. Huh? Am I what?
Hold on, wait. Red. Listen. Are you a black man first?
Ain't no way possible. You can't tell me I ain't no black man. I shouldn't even have to answer that question.
No, I gotta ask you that question.
Okay, yes, I am. I am a black man.
Okay, so why can't you cam up? I'm just asking that question. I'm just saying you don't have to, but why can't
For me, I don't even cam up on my page because of the stuff I say on my page. Come on, man. You know these folks out here. These folks be trying to put your head wide and do this, and I ain't got time for all it. Ain't that shit. The people you be debating with or arguing with.
Wait. So let me get it straight. So hold on. So you believe in a stance so much that you're not willing to actually step out and actually defend it, or
I'm willing to have a conversation. You're not willing to understand that I'm not willing to cam up because there's some crazy motherfuckers out here.
Mr.
You're not willing to understand that.
So you're speaking. Hold on, but you are. But you are, because you're right here.
Yes, if me and you in person, that's different. It's a worldwide internet. Come on, man. I'm not finna put my face on here just for some stupid motherfucker trying to get you fired from your job, ruin your business. It's just idiotic.
Wait. Listen, if you're gonna come on my platform, we're gonna take one at a time. There's no cutting off. That's rude. Okay, that's rude. I don't need your talking point. I got this right here is enough as it is. Gaslighting enough. You said this. I bet if I listened to you and your mother, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Now that's very interesting because other cultures, whether they be Latin, whether they be Indian, whether they be Samoan, different other cultures, actually respect the women in their family. But now I find it very interesting that this pill ideology has a sneak diss to that of women in their families, yet other groups of men don't mind killing you black men, but yet you couldn't connect that correlation. That was very interesting that you said that, because you said, I bet if I listened to you and your mother, I wouldn't be able to. Now, when my mother came on here, my mom was talking about actually doing broker work. She talked about being a broker. If I were to look up your channel, what would I find that would be useful, honestly? Talking about women. Useful? What's your channel? What's your channel? I'm gonna go look it up. Let's go look up your channel. No. Let's go look up your channel. Go ahead and go tell me about your channel.
I mean, I'm a beginner, dude. I'm not to the part that you in. I'm still under construction.
You said you still
I'm
got
still under construction.
Okay, so now you're under
got
construction.
Talking points. I'm a goddamn human fucking being. I'm a goddamn man. No channel don't give me talking points. Me being a man living fucking life.
Real talk. Why are you so emotional? Hold on. Here's my question. Here's my question, sir. Why are you so
this stupid motherfucker ain't asked a smart question yet. He keep asking these circular ass fucking questions. And
is it okay? Is it that he didn't ask a smart question, or is it okay? You want me to hold on, brother?
I had to drop him down. I had to drop him down. Listen, I don't do all that yelling. Nobody cursed at you. Nobody called you motherfucker. Right. Now, mind you, Al didn't disrespect you. Neither did I. I asked you, what was the origin of red pill? You could not tell me. I asked you about the culture, on what you're speaking on, or what you're going for. You couldn't explain that. You just said that women are emotional, but yet you act highly emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know what I'm wrong about. Now, y'all in the chat, y'all watch this now. Y'all watch this.
I'm just saying, I'm a woman. I'm a black woman. I am nowhere near that emotional about any of this. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
Like, I asked you straight question. If you're going to defend an ideology, at least know that of what you're defending. Does that let me know if I'm wrong about that, Al? Like, if I'm going to defend something, I better know what I'm defending if I'm going to defend it.
You're 100% right, because if you're going to defend it, you need to be able to stand on it. And if you're going to stand on it, you shouldn't have a problem showing the face of the person that said it. That literally goes with I said what I said, which literally correlates to I meant what I said. I stand on this viewpoint. Not only can I not be shaken, but if you try to challenge it in a way that is disrespectful, then I don't have a problem coming back at you with either knowledge or being able to be combative, depending on the type of situation in the environment. That's literally what that means. So I understand, sir, that you have a new channel, but if you are making your channel, and this is just me assuming, if you are making your channel with the assumption of trying to go to a drama sector or bring drama to, an area where actually we might need some healing here, then, I really don't understand how far you plan on taking that, especially being that you stated yourself, your channel is new. I see your post down here that says ask a real
you can
question.
come up. Listen. Hey, real talk. You can come up. You can come up. Like I said, we are very highly logical, but you can't get mad at how the question was given to you straightforward. Now, I'm going to look at your work. I want to look at your work, okay? I want to look at your work. Just don't mind me, but you're known for that of your works, okay? Now,
and that's everybody.
Let's go ahead and look at his works. Let's see what his channel's about, Al.
Okay. All right. I will look at this with objective eyes.
Yes, we will. Serving you information from a real perspective, not from one side, but from the middle. Subscribe and turn in all of our new episodes. All our new episodes coming soon for my Instagram channel, Real Talk. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at his video that he has. Let's look at his videos. Oh man, we're starting off pretty strong on this one. Hang on. Good. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm there for it. Okay, so let's look at this. So,
first, I would like to say, hold on, Mr. Real Talk. Mr. Real Talk, you have a good start. I like the way it's shaped up. I like the engaging of the entry. I'm being very objective. So far, okay, it's interesting. Now, when it goes to what will I find when I examine the videos, because if you're coming from an objective that is from the middle, not from one extreme or the other, not one end of the pendulum to the other, then I should be able to agree with you, because I do that on a regular basis. Do I not, BMT?
Yes, you do.
I piss women off as well as men off because I'm directly in the middle. So I don't know. I'm ready. There is a 7 minute.
So let me read. I'm going to read it objectively.
Yes,
do black women hate Kevin Samuels more than they love themselves? Hashtag Tawana speaks. Divest. Another video is divest or die, black woman. Hashtag Kevin Samuels. Hashtag Cynthia Hag. And hashtag pink pill. Black women are wait.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. May I please? May I? Okay. So what I'm getting from this, and this is just the first two. Now, once again, I am willing to eat my words if I am finding something different. But my brother here. Okay. So
you can't make these people up.
I'm really just trying to figure. You do realize that Kevin Samuels was married to a black woman, correct? You are
guy with a fat bitch. Nothing that he said that he made sense about.
He was married to a black woman. From what I've gathered too, but and had created another black woman, from what I gathered, more than one. Yes. But you were putting Kevin Samuels in this, and this is his family and his people, the same people that even though he presented himself one way to you, or let me not say to you because I don't want you to think I'm attacking you personally. He presented himself one way to the masses. He was very protective of his family. So, I mean, that's very interesting. Um, Divest or die. Is your target audience
That's pretty.
black
That's
men
pretty.
or black women? Because I see you put a lot of black women in this. Are you trying to have a conversation?
He's trying to show y'all the truth.
Oh,
He's in the
okay.
middle. He's
Oh,
in the middle.
okay. I would like to know where in the middle would you be with
I don't know
divest
what the
or
middle is
die?
for this guy.
I mean, I'm intrigued. I am intrigued, and once
Hey,
again,
he
I
said
am trying
die
to get
best or die.
objective. I'm being very objective.
Hey, shout out to you, Real Talk Pod Box. You know what I'm saying? You get screen time. You know what I'm saying? You had already, you did pretty good with 10 videos. Black women are leaving black men and heading to Lane Bryant. Hashtag divesting, hashtag swirl, hashtag level up. Okay, all right. So,
Oh, okay.
that now, listen, I know you said you just growing, but you came to me, and I'm going to definitely, let's see, take off a middle shot and kill. So you do gossip. Okay.
Okay.
Let's find some black queens on POF. Okay, so you looking for girls on POF. And how to hate Kevin Samuels. Boy, you must love you some Kevin Samuels. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of Kevin Samuels. That's a lot.
There's a lot of black women and Kevin Samuels. So I'm intrigued. Like I asked, is it that I would be your target audience, or are you trying to target those that are opposing this? I mean, I'm just asking. I hope that's a real enough question for you, darling. I'm just asking.
You can come back. Come back.
Please do.
Yeah, come back.
I'm intrigued.
Come back. Real talk.
I may even follow your channel. I'm
let
intrigued.
you talk. Well, no, you won't. No, you won't. Exile be in the back screaming and hollering. Listen, HT. Listen, I already know. Kevin Samuels was also a bit effeminate. Let's not forget that. Yeah, he definitely was. Listen. I don't know not one woman that thought he was masculine. I cannot find not one woman to think he was masculine. I just can't. I can't. Like, I want you to understand this, but you said my content is unintelligent, but I don't have it harmonizing over a dead man. Multiple videos.
Well,
I'm not.
Here's my little point of view, real quick. I think it's interesting that we are talking so much about black women and then
like
Kevin
daddies,
Samuels when he's not
daddies.
here to testify or anything to his relationship. On top of the fact that you were looking for somebody on Plenty of Fish, I'm just gonna go ahead and give you a piece of advice. And once again, no disrespect. I throw no disrespect. I throw no shade. But just a piece of advice from one black person to another. Okay. If you are looking for someone on Plenty of Fish, I'm not sure that this would be the content that you may want to give them, because they may shy away from you. That's only if you're looking for black women. If you're looking for somebody else, well, I'm assuming you're looking for black women because he did say a black queen, right? He did say a black queen on POF, right? Or okay.
I think he is, but ain't no woman gonna want to deal with no crazy ass motherfucker with that kind of crazy talking points on logic. Ain't nobody gonna want to deal with no yes.
Well, no. I don't want anybody to bash
nobody in their right mind still uses Plenty of Fish. Nobody uses that shit. That shit is. Whew, I have to do a whole breakdown of Plenty of Fish. If you still on that shit, you are in the dark ages. Like, that's crazy. Even James knows that not even use that damn shit. Like, that's for like prostitutes and goddamn the unknown.
Well, that explains why we just had a video of a passport bro sitting there trying to find their queen that they probably should have found on Plenty of Fish, except for they would have got no action. They would have just spent money.
now, hold on. Now, let's ask this question because he said
Mhm.
you talking about you talking about men being effeminized because of red pill. What about red pill has no. Listen. Don't stay in the chat. Don't stay in the chat. Now, if you could come
Please
up,
come up. I will ask that you
I,
come up and mind you, I will also ask this. If you're going to come up, being that you're a red pillar, I'm hoping you can understand this. Please, I need you to go to the door of whatever space you're at, and I need you to leave your emotions there. I need you to leave your feels there. And I don't like to say fifis because it sounds like I'm antagonizing. I want you to go ahead and put your emotions there so we can have a completely analytical conversation. This means that, we don't need to sit there and call anybody names. We don't need to, raise our voice or anything like this if we're having a conversation. I would love to have you up here and I would like to ask you some questions. And if you have any questions for me, I would be more than happy to answer them.
no way, I'm not playing your video. You're not going to get me struck. Come on, dude. I've been here longer than you. I'm not playing your shit.
Not only that, but we are, unless you would go ahead and give us the further dissection of the content, we are not going to go ahead and literally give any kind of clout to this. We've already given enough, and I mean, we hope that you appreciate it, but we would like for you to come up here and go ahead and discuss some of these titles. And once again, we're very objective. We're not gonna bash you or anything else, because I like it. For me, it's clickbait. I like it. It draws in certain type of minds. It draws in certain type of attention. It seems like, it's a little combative. So if you have some really awesome points, then, I'm all here for it. I am open. I'm all here for it.
I just listen. All I hear from that channel is hurt, broken family, and defeat. Because that is less progressive towards helping that a man with a job. It's funny that these men don't talk about nothing about jobs, politics, all about sex between that of the woman's legs, where's she going, her dating choices and stuff like that. And I mean the same thing for them, like a lot of the men. Like honestly, like it's usually, and mind you, a lot of these dudes be old as shit, like done already ran their time in life, and now they all of a sudden 14 views and talking about giving me clout. Hey.
Well, if you truly feel that way, sir, then once again, come on up. I mean, it's one thing to go ahead and try to talk big in the chat. And once again, we haven't even disrespected you at all.
We haven't. Mind you, you're the one that shot at me. You're the one that shot at me and my mother. And I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
And it's seeming like you're being very emotional because now you're hiding. Are you ashamed of your channel?
I'll be proud of my channel. Listen, I would say, hey, let me explain that episode 23 and tell you what it was about. Like,
I mean, honestly, I would like it because I actually have a friend that literally has clickbait titles, and I go on his panels, and it's one of those. It draws them in, it gets people's perspective on things, and then sometimes he'll go ahead and give a scenario to where somebody might be able to see it from a different perspective. I love stuff like that. So
I'm not here using Kevin Samuels' hashtag. I'm not on here using Kevin Samuels' hashtag. But I am curious, after 2 years, what you have to talk about. Let me not play your video. I don't want to play it. But I would definitely like to see. He puts on hashtag Kevin Samuels, hashtag Black woman, NON logic. Now look at this. Now he shows
Tawana speak.
Celebrities, the lawyer. Wow. So he shows a bunch of people. And
that looks like Anton's footage.
So
that doesn't really look like that's his. It looks like that's Anton's footage. I know Anton. It looks like that's his footage.
That dude's that's his shit. That's his shit. So he uses shit, which is fine. Okay, you want to use that's fine. That you're doing a reaction. Truth, LOL, Kevin, yeah. So Kevin fanboys, of course, they always show up. Kevin, man, I don't know what the fuck Kevin did for a lot of these dudes, because honestly, it couldn't have been a lot, because I don't know, like, if anything, we just see them just go down. Now, Anton is a businessman. Anton don't
Mhm.
talk to none of these Negroes about business. Only thing he talk to y'all about is hoes and nigga shit. He don't talk to y'all about no business. But
He's
this
talked
real
to
talk brother don't
Tamara
even notice
or Tamana. I'm sorry. Tamara,
that.
the
Tawana?
young lady underneath him, he's talked to her privately about business information, but not publicly.
But what?
So yeah,
But see
I
now,
have to
now that's
concur.
interesting. That's interesting. Because you and I both are in business, and we've had
Yeah,
different times. You know what I'm saying, Al? That we went in
yes,
talking about business on panels. I couldn't
yes.
imagine if it's real talk that why wouldn't you want to actually teach or go over that rather than talk about nigga shit about sexual conquest?
Because that seems to be the thing that literally is getting the most clicks. I mean, let's be honest. We're not going to sit there and act like sex doesn't sell. And that is
Yes.
a form of sitting there and putting sex out there, regardless of whether you're talking about men and women, especially amongst the Black community. So I mean, honestly, it seems like a sales tactic to me. And I mean, if people want to let it go and actually talk about real lives, then that's great. A lot of people, they don't really have anything of substance to talk about. So they go to things like this. For me, this is the equivalent of somebody watching The Real Housewives or watching Love and Hip Hop and then
This
wanting to
man
talk
calling
about
Kevin
that.
Samuels his daddy right there in the chat, boy. You can't make that shit up. That man calling Kevin his daddy before he. My God.
Well, you know what? That's absolutely fine. He can go ahead and call Kevin Samuels his father all day. The question is, if Kevin Samuels was still alive, would he claim you? That's the
Nope. That
question.
man don't. That Kevin has never claimed any of y'all
He
dusty
didn't.
Negro children. He actually
And
wanted y'all to leave him the fuck alone. Yeah, that's the scary
mhm,
thing about it. He never even wanted y'all around. He didn't invite y'all to his funeral. He never wanted y'all to
right.
come out to any of his venues. Now that's crazy. That's like it's like an abusive court case. You know what I'm saying? Is
Yeah.
where the parent just neglects the child. What do you call that, Al? Or the child can see the parent do no wrong, even though
Right.
the
Right.
parent does not
Is
fuck the
abusive.
parent.
Right. That's Stockholm syndrome. I do believe.
Jesus
I
Christ.
do. Um, I'm sure I might have to look it up to see if there's something else a little bit more specific. But yeah, that kind of looks like Stockholm syndrome to me. That supposedly we are so indebted and in servitude to this person because we think they are giving us so much insight that we've never had on our own that we couldn't do. That we idolize this person and put them on a pedestal. That honestly, had we taken off the goggles, we really wouldn't be able to put them on, and we could actually have better talking points in our daily life. But it's also that whole what is directly in one's face is the only thing that they can focus on and pay attention to, thanks to societal constructs. So there you go.
Now he gives you this the red pill dude who Kevin Samuel's child said I can get on later, gotta do some work with kiddo, but you got and that's crazy because he's a father or if he has a kid if he does, we don't know what that is, but you guys gotta have some real questions. That's crazy because we gave you real questions, you just couldn't answer them. You
Yeah,
were
you felt
defending an
uncomfortable to
ideology,
answer them. You
right?
have no
That's
logic. Hold on, he said you have no logic and you assume everything off the titles told me enough about you guys. Okay, so that also tells us enough about you that posted them. We literally only read what was on the screen. But okay, go ahead and be with your kiddos. I give you guys great energy and whatever it is you guys are doing. But if you're gonna come back, please understand just because you feel uncomfortable answering a question or just because you don't have the ability to answer a question doesn't mean it's not a real question. It just means that it's something that honestly is designed to make you think. And a lot of people are very uncomfortable with critical thinking because they no longer know how. Now, Mom, once again, I'm not talking about you specifically, but whenever there is a question presented that I can come on and answer just fine, you as a man, being that you made a comment about somebody sounding feminine, it really sounded like you were uncomfortable answering the question. Not that you couldn't, because BMT, being a man, was also able to answer the question. So it's not really that it's a difficult question, but if it makes you uncomfortable, I would ask that at least you be honest and just state that.
the one of the things about it was and I want y'all to see his question that he threw at me was about that. I bet if I listened to you and your mother, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Well, now this is interesting because we hear so much around these spaces about black people and family, and yet this is why I said this pill ideology and these mentor daddies have really skewed your hindsight of how people actually formulate strong bonds, how they formulate political governments, how they formulate society. A man listening to the wisdom of his mother does not make him a weak man. A man having his mother and his father's ideologies and talking points, which is pretty normal, does not make him a loser or a failure in society. There are plenty, you know how many men have grown up with single mothers and come out pretty successful? You know how many men have had broken homes and still come out just fine?
Jay-Z is one of those. Everybody idolizes Jay-Z and Beyonce. Well, Jay-Z is one of those, but I don't hear anyone. Well, I understand you guys are not in his tax bracket, but I don't hear anybody sitting there and bashing Jay-Z. Well, me, I don't care for Jay-Z, but I bash him due to his music. I don't bash him due to any kind of personal ideologies that he has.
Well, see, that's why I said, like I told you, this pill ideology is anti-family, it's anti-establishment, it's anti anything that deals with building up that of a humane society, because it has you break off from that of any type of structural integrity of building up. Because mind you, go around an Indian man, an Indian, and say you are weak for listening to your mother. He would want to punch you in your face.
Oh no! If it's when you say Indian, are we talking about Indonesian? Or are we talking about native
Indonesian,
to this land? If you go to an
Indonesian.
Indonesian man, good luck, because a lot of them, while you're talking about ideologies, they still have the ideology of home. And if you're lucky, you will get punched in the face. If you are not, well, we'll sit there and hear about you on the news. Well, we may hear about you on the news. We may not. You might just
They
end up
will
being
try
in
to
the
they will
unnamed
try to
victim.
harm you. A
Yeah,
lot of
they,
different
they will
cultures,
respond.
Latin cultures, a lot of well, I know a lot of them. I have friends who are Dominican. Say something about their mother. That could probably be a really bad day for you, a whole week for you. And I know I've done seen it where a guy literally threw a baseball at another man's mother's car. I never seen so many sons go after that one man. They weren't effeminate. Those are some pretty rowdy, rough men.
Well, not only that, here's my question. I actually
What's
presented a
that?
question earlier in the chat, but let me go ahead and say this. And honestly, okay, you're a Trump supporter, so what? Here's,
What does that
I,
have to do with anything?
I see how that's, I don't really see how that's relevant to what we're
Was that
saying,
for the
but
trigger? Was that for the trigger us? Was that for the trigger us?
oh, I guess it was. Wait, ooh, we're so triggered. Okay, we moved on. So here's my question. You are so forthcoming about talking about somebody else's mother, but what about somebody talking about your child's mother or somebody talking about your mother? Here's the thing I don't understand. How, and mind you, this is projection, but how you can go ahead and put towards somebody else that something that you wouldn't be able to handle in the hopes that he's going to respond the same way. Sorry, sir. Those are your insecurities that you need to work on, which is also why you came up here hooting and hollering and cursing. And we never did any of that to you. So
I,
maybe instead of sitting here and trying to argue, you should listen and you might learn a thing or two. Then again, I
it was
don't know how
actually
old you are. I don't know what is going on in your life or anything like this. Congratulations to your kiddo. I hope you treat your child's mother respectfully. I also hope you treat your mother respectfully. Because if you truly did, that is not even something that you would bring up. We are not children in a playground to where, oh, well, your mama, my mama, sweetheart, we grown. Come on, let's do better. I mean, whenever you fuck, you're fucking a mother. So I mean, let's not take it there because we already know we were all here on this panel to sit there and talk about your mother. You would be hot to trot and everything else and be raging. And
some of
honestly,
these people think very bad about their mother. Al, I can
true,
tell you
true,
that.
Well,
So,
true.
My
They
thing
do.
is these same gentlemen in these red pill, blue pill, black pill. It don't matter what pill you come from. All of y'all act weird, if you ask me. But the thing about it is, they're always talking about they want an old fashioned woman. Do you understand the men in your grandfather's age that were respected men that had an old fashioned woman was not the assholes that was trying to tell their woman what to do, but they were supportive of their woman?
And listen to them in certain areas. Paid attention. That was your queen.
They always listened to them, and they took what advice they seen necessary. They discerned what they seen, and they made their choice from there. But they never disrespected that woman. They never told that woman she needs to stay in her place or any of that bullshit that you weird ass pill dudes do.
Then
Now,
again, they had women. Aren't you still looking for someone on Plenty of Fish?
that exactly what it says. He's
Oh,
looking
okay.
for his queen. Now, so
Oh,
mind you, we're not judging you if you are in a two-parent home. It's okay. You can still raise a child, even
mm.
though it's interesting that you're going in about black women, but you also are in a situation yourself. We're looking at that of your content. Now, I want you to understand that. I
Hmm.
want you to understand that. When we actually look at these pill ideologies or we look at this stuff, we're looking at that as a resume. Now, what's very concerning for a lot of black men, such as yourself, is that y'all are bantering, y'all are bantering for an ideology you don't know the background to. That's
Exactly.
dangerous. That's dangerous.
You could say that real talk, but my energy resonates wherever I step in, and that's my wife right there next to my brother.
Hello.
Right over there. Literally right over there. Literally right there. Literally right there.
Been married for
Like I,
15 years.
Hmm.
like I said, like there's only so many channels there where I know that us couples we could go on and have these kind of congregated conversations. And so you gotta understand when you talk to us about certain weavings of society, we're going to challenge it because we want to know from where does it hail from. Now, mind you, I want you to understand this. I want you to understand this on real talk because we're looking at what you put out there. Okay, looking at what you put out there into that of the internet verse, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
this you can't say we did not give it a fair shot. I read them from an objective lens. I gotta be for real.
Yes.
Listen, bro. Listen. I don't know what to tell you. Like I literally like your thing is about divest or die. Like,
May I, brother? What is giving me is very much that he has a child with a woman out of that's not black, which is absolutely fine. That's very much what is giving me. And understand, I'm not upset at that. Honestly, I think any father that wants to spend time and be in his child's life, that's a beautiful thing. It does not matter who your partner what is or what they look like. I don't judge anything. I love happiness. And honestly, if you're with your baby and you and your lady, no matter what color they are giving your baby the best chance at a wonderful childhood, which will lead to a wonderful upbringing and people that can be, beneficial into society. By all means, hoorah for you, hats off. I will go ahead and give you your flowers. But whenever it comes to if you have a personal preference and you are already in a relationship, then
mm,
why are you aiming anything that you have to say towards other women that are not really of your interest?
right. That's the thing about it. Like we're not like listen. Here's the thing about it. We're not banging on people about you know what you choose to love and what you love. That's your preference. We got no skin in the game. We can't tell you how to love, who the fuck, where to go, how you get your nut. That is on you, dude.
That part.
Now, where we do challenge is that of where people, right? And I'm as a man, I'm asking you, has black men following their mentor daddies? Mind you, you just said it right up on here. Let me make sure. So that way y'all can't say BFT made this up. You can't say I made it up because he literally prominently said this. The Godfather, Kevin, that's your father, who art in hell or heaven, wherever the hell he's at. You say that his name is holy. And whatever kingdom that he wrapped for y'all, God, let that thing be undone. So we know that you pray to that of the Almighty Kevin. And we already seen what kind of kingdom of men that he has built. Now, none of the white. Now, it's interesting that you're a Trump supporter, but yet you support. But the men on the Trump supporter side thought Kevin was gay.
Right. I mean, that's why I honestly, you know what?
I'm not sneak dissing.
That's why I truly thought he was trolling. I truly thought he was trolling because if you're not trolling, then, you know, I think there's a little bit more research that he needs to do because once again, this is not for us to go ahead and change your mind. But if these are how you feel or if these are the talking points that you want to have with other people and people are going to come with, you know, information to go ahead and be able to combat you, the best thing to do is do your own research as to what it is that you were honestly talking about so you can be as well versed in it as possible. That's all we would ask. I love having intellectual conversations. Excuse me, because I'm eating at the same time. I do apologize.
No, right. Go ahead, sis. Like, no, we have, and I want you to understand this, to real talk. Listen, when I tell you right now, I have one of the most diverse shows in this space that everything has come on my panel. You're not the first Kevin Samuels supporter. But the fact that you don't even know the ideology that which you pray to and follow shows me just how naive you are. And this is why I said it's so easy. But Mike, you talked about this, about black men being indoctrinated. And it just shows you just how deep.
Hey, hold on, BNC. We got a way to watch his. We got a way to watch his video without you getting struck. If you come up later, bro, and you got OBS, you can go ahead and play it from your screen. You know what I'm saying? And we'll watch it that way. That way, bro can't get hit for that shit.
No,
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Real Talk Podcast. If he's a podcaster, he should have OBS.
I do want to say, I'm sorry, Mr. Mike. If you want to go ahead and talk, I'll go ahead and give you the floor.
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Mike, I know you.
No. I mean, I was just listening. Okay. No, I was just listening. But you know, this we seem like all logical people here. But I do want to say that I mean, since we all kind of Kevin wasn't wrong on everything, so I'm gonna throw some meat out for the other side.
Nobody's wrong on everything.
And he was actually right about a lot of stuff. He was wrong about a lot of stuff, but he was right about a lot of stuff. And the fact that people still are talking about him after he's dead shows that he wasn't stupid. He wasn't completely stupid. I'll say it that way.
The problems with Kevin Samuels was the misogynistic for him, though.
Yeah. Those are the problems. Yeah, those are the problems. But the only thing I'm saying is, you know, it's easy if you disagree with someone to highlight their problems. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it's actually hard. We're trained not to even think about what did they do right.
The benefit. Yeah, you're right.
Right. And this is why, because I'm noticing a certain type of person that's been attracted to him. Mm-hmm. You know, and so I'm actually asking myself, why? So, you know, we sometimes laugh at people and, you know, some of the talking points is not logical. You know, some of the stuff is easily debunked. And, of course, it's, you know, you can play with people's emotions, which is sometimes cool. Sometimes it's necessary in certain situations. Mm-hmm. But, you know, when you ask yourself, actually, how did this man get this type of person? Because obviously he knew what was up.
He was selling
like,
He was
he
selling game.
deliberately right. But what I'm saying is, what was he actually selling? What you know? What I'm saying, what was it? Now you know it's easy to
A
say
lot. It
something
was
negative.
verbal
It's
game and
easy to
Hold on. May I answer you, gentlemen?
go
What
ahead.
he
Go ahead.
what he was
Drake sold
actually
all.
selling was supposed to be business information or information that would be able to heighten or protect you beyond an LLC. That's what he started out selling. But here's one of the things about sales that people kind of forget is that the main thing that makes someone a good salesperson is that they have to not only be able to read the room, but they have to be able to read their potential clients. So if I'm in this conversation right now and I can go ahead and sense that somebody is very much against Black people, there are certain things I can say that will make them comfortable. If I can sit there and get a feel that they're against women, or they, let's say hypothetically, I'm getting a feel that they had a bad day with their girlfriend, or if I just overhear them fighting on the phone with their lady and I'm hearing that her voice sounds Black, there's no guarantee that that she is Black, but we can sit there and kind of tell from the voice that we suspect certain things. A salesperson is going to go ahead and bring that up in a way that also kind of benefits them in the sale, that will also persuade you to be able to go ahead and buy whatever it is that they are offering you. That's what Kevin Samuels was actually doing. But a lot of people have forgotten about that. And so that is
My wife is right about that because we was watching him together, and like when he type stuff, it was like because women started being attracted to him because they thought he had a lot more money than what he had, and he go get to his head, and then all of a sudden he thought he was a relationship advice type of figure.
it wasn't really that he had more money. What it is that once again, societal standards or societal constructs, they sit there and they tell. If you have a nice suit, if I see you in a car that's clean, doesn't have to be exactly new. If I see you in a car that's clean, if you have a nice suit, if you are able to articulate your thoughts clearly, it doesn't matter if they make sense. If you are able to speak properly or in a way that we have been conditioned to believe that these are the things that are done amongst certain type of caliber of people, then yes, you are going to get people that are going to follow that, assuming that, this person is in a different caliber. I would like to get to that different caliber. He's giving advice and information. And if I just listen to some of the viewpoints, some of the talking points, if I can be able to agree, maybe I can change my mindset to where they are so that I can get to where they are. So that's what a lot of women were doing. And then as the platform got
Oh
larger,
my god.
yes, dear.
All right.
You good, babe?
What's up?
I just, I mean,
Well, yeah, you muted. I was just, what's going on, baby? You all right?
yeah, it's just cause you're hitting so many points. You're supposed to hit one point at a time.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
just muted up
You
though.
you do you know when you hit that thing. I will say this. Let me say this about Kevin.
You gotta give that man in the chat a chance to respond. I mean, he's got to type, baby.
Like I said, he got 30 seconds. He got 30 whenever he come up here and shit.
Well,
Uh,
right.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Kevin didn't change shit for y'all. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't change nothing. Sorry, but the man faked it till he made it. And then after that, even with that $1 million that he so called had, the family didn't get nothing. So he changed nothing. Not his lifestyle, not his mindset, nothing. Only thing he did change was his living condition, which is death. That's the only thing he changed. Which if you got the money, you probably would have picked a whole more healthier way of living. And we're seeing that one thing is that the relationship. I mean, yeah, he said, well, we're showing delusional people. Big whoop. We knew that shit before we even had the internet. Hello, it's called reality TV. It's delusional all around the board.
That
So,
part.
so the fact that you're bringing women on and men on, but yet you're living in a disillusion yourself. Like it's very interesting the concept because mind you, it didn't show it didn't actually build like we'll know it's something, when we're actually starting to see lawmakers actually start to say, hey, what this guy brought up, it actually had a fundamental point that we need to actually take a look at. That never happened. That never happened. Like the stuff that y'all like, that's what I said, like the talking points about, well, divesting or you're gonna die, or you better pick this kind of choice up. Those are individual sexual access issues that I know that I'm just saying a lot of y'all just horny toads that just don't have sexual access to the market. We already done seen that when I showed a video of guys going abroad begging women for $300 pesos. How much is $300 pesos in American exchange? It can't be a lot. But see, the thing about it was that man was begging that woman, and the woman punked him, saying, "No, I'm not giving you nothing. Too bad you spent your money." So the talking point of, if I were to leave this environment, other women of other cultures will recognize my masculinity. That's false. That's false.
BMT, just to answer your question, 300 pesos is equivalent to $16.69 in U.S. currency.
So you were complaining of $16. Women got tired. Hang on, let me make sure I get that, because you're still in the chat. You're just doing chat box now. Women got tired of y'all. Women got tired of y'all women telling them lies over lies.
All I'm going to say to this man is this. I understand that we talk quickly. So if you actually want to chime in, the floor is yours as soon as you come up here. All we ask is that whenever you come up here respectful. And we are all willing to listen to whatever it is you have to say. You made a comment that, how we just listened to 30 seconds. Why should we listen to 30 seconds when you were here to be able to explain it to us?
I've only seen a handful of women in that space that respect that space. I'm just saying.
That's the thing about it. Like, here's the thing about it. If you are the messenger for your space or your talking point, and you cannot articulate that, which we definitely see a lot of these Pillologies, they cannot articulate the talking point. Now, I showed the video of Rollo Tomasi. I'm not sure if y'all got to see it, but that was your godfather, real talk. That's your godfather of Red Pill ideology. Now, he's saying that y'all men should have got castrated in your early 20s. Now, what's interesting about that is that none of the black men or any of the other men, let me tell you the men that had pushback for that. The Latino boy and the gay man. Those were the only two out of the black men that just, yeah, I can see what he's talking about. And I'm like, yo, bro, if Marcus Singer was not reincarnated, I don't know what is that's happening. That literally you have an old man telling y'all to go get vasectomies. Mind you, I don't think y'all understand that. And mind you, we're the men here are seasoned. You don't understand that of the weight of getting a vasectomy. Most doctors would. Iman ran it real quick. That ain't my God. But Iman, you saw the clip. That shit was wild because Fresh and Fit were like pastors. Like, yeah.
So BMT, because I never knew where this pill shit came from. So you're saying that you played a video earlier and that was the person who started this stuff?
He's one of the founding fathers of Red. If you put in Godfather of Red Pill, Rollo Tomasi.
Okay, because I know there's a white manosphere and then it's a black manosphere and some other stuff. Is it all this stuff?
Right. How they think Super Mike is way more twisted than how these guys can get. And the thing about it is, when they come over here, or the afterbirth excrements from their space, when it wallows down here.
This is why you can't raise. I think this. Well, let me say something real quick though. Kevin recognized that there was a whole generation of people raised off Funyuns, hot Cheetos,
Yes.
Save the Light, you know what I'm saying? They just, they watch TV all day. He realized like, wow, I keep, and because you got to think about this. Kevin attracted a certain type of woman and a
Yes.
certain type of man. It was people. These people were at war with each other, but he attracted both sides of that war. The people who don't have no problem with the other side of humanity wasn't even listening to no damn Kevin Samuels. We like, what
Real,
the hell?
real, real shit. Real
We didn't
shit. He
even
was
know who he
attracting
was.
broken men and
So
broken women.
that's
Exactly.
what I'm saying. And he recognized this. Like, oh, I can make money off of this.
Daddy
Oh my God.
complexes. Daddy
Yeah.
complexes. Families
So
that
he
have
was the
daddy.
father. He
Mhm.
was the father to the men. To the women, he was what you said. He was that man that they wish they could get.
Oh no, he was a daddy to them too. He was the daddy that the closure that they wish they could get from their dad, the acceptance, the validation. He was all of that. So yes, you're
Which
absolutely
he
right.
never really gave it
Hello,
out.
Red Talk. How are you doing today?
Hold on. Now let me show this real quick. Super Mike. So that way you can go look it up yourself. I want you to
Right,
understand that
right,
we're all
right.
these, we're all the pill boys here. They're pill. Put in Godfather Red Pill. Okay, I just put that in there. First thing that pump comes up, boom, Rollo Tomasi. Rollo Tomasi. That's his book. When I say this man is like Jesus to these pill poppers and shit, this is like his
Okay.
words are God. Like look at
We are in that
Rational.
generation.
Look at this. This guy is considered the godfather of Red Pill. He wrote the book Rational,
What a
which is
question. He
like
got
the
the
Red
question.
Pill Bible. Like this man done wrote y'all a Bible.
What a
Praise
question. What a
roll.
question. I got a little time. What a question. Somebody ask a question.
Okay. All right. So we're glad that you're here. Welcome. Real talk. Would anybody like to ask him a question before I ask him a question?
Me, please. May I ask you a
Go
question,
ahead.
Mr. Red Talk? That is not the question, but I'm prefacing.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is this: why would you say anything about someone's parents on here in any kind of way, shape, or form just because you disagree with an opinion that someone had?
I just said he sounded like his mother, which would be saying that he sounds like a woman when he talks.
Okay, so what exactly does that mean when you say he sounds like a woman?
Without logic, most of the time, he just everything he said didn't make. Like I'm gonna say it again. What's the logic behind saying that the red pill? Who can agree? Who can agree with that? The red pill teaching young boys about themselves and women behavior is encouraging them to become effeminate more than single mothers are. If
Um,
anything, that should have been your title.
Well, actually, I'm going to try to digress away from the fact that, you came up here trying to tell another man how they should run their stream, and you've already stated that yours is new. I don't think that is wise, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I sound too masculine. But
So what
with
did you
that
tell
being,
him how to run?
huh?
Can he tell me when I told him how to run the screen? The screen?
Well, actually, you did. You actually
No,
went
no, no.
up.
Tell me how.
Sir, you just sat there and said it. Are you not aware of the things that are coming out of your mouth?
Tell me how that I'm telling him how to run his screen.
You just said that he should have
Tell me.
entitled it something else. That is
Oh,
literally
yeah, because
dictated.
that was illogical. That was the argument. They don't make me red pill saying that.
Okay.
So show me the facts. Make me
Okay, right
understand
now,
how to.
sir, honey, calm down.
Hold
Calm
on, let
down
him
because
talk.
once
Let
again,
him
you're
talk.
jumping.
Maybe he's
Hold on,
not
babe.
good at dealing
Because
with
you
his
guys are not under,
emotions.
you're not explaining anything.
Okay,
Okay. So
sir, I
let me
just
ask
explained which I just answered your question very simply. You have now
let me
jumped
ask you.
over into a pill. We didn't do that. You came on stating this. So we're going off of what you said about you. We did not sit there and make any assumptions. We
I
didn't
made it.
jump the
I
gun.
made it seem like I came on here like the red pill ambassador. I just listen to stuff on the YouTube channel. I'm not this. I'm not
That's
that. I
just,
listen to red
bro,
screen,
bro,
red
bro.
pill.
That's
I
just
listen to
banter.
everything.
That's
Now, okay.
just
Now,
banter,
hold on.
bro.
Now, let me ask you. So you came to defend the ideologies of pill talking points, correct?
I'm just saying, understand. And no, you haven't shown me a fact. You haven't convinced me of anything. How is the red pill? making young boys become
No, no, no,
effeminate.
no. Wait.
Sir, we just
I
asked you a
didn't say
question.
any. I didn't say red pill. I just asked you. Did you?
Okay,
You
okay.
came
How,
up here.
how about I answer that
No, no,
question?
no.
It
We're gonna ask.
No,
We're gonna
I
ask
didn't
you again.
ask.
We're gonna ask you again. We're gonna ask you again. Did you not come up here to defend the ideologies of pill logic?
Those ideologies are before red pill. They're just like saying
Sir, it's a yes or a no. It's really not complicated. It's a
I
yes
came
or a
with that. I came with that to defend logic. That's what I came to
no.
defend.
Okay, so you came to the field pill logic.
Defend
If that's
logic.
the word you would like, pill logic. Yes?
So you
Defend logic.
All right, what
wait,
about
wait,
the
wait,
pill
wait.
behavior? Hold on. What about pill behavior? Because when I go in these spaces to answer your question, I see a bunch of men that can't act appropriate. They get in their emotions. They get the insulting,
Mhm.
screaming and yelling, and not getting anywhere in the argument of what man and woman should be doing with one another.
While calling women emotional. That sounds very emotional to me.
Okay. So if you do see men do that, but in general, when you go out public, who's more emotional? And not the seven guys you saw in the red pill. Stop trying to
Men,
generalize the world off of the seven guys that acted like females on YouTube. Come on, man, get
Well,
out of here.
we're looking at.
Hold
Hold
on.
on,
Can
hold
I
on, hold
answer
on.
that? Can I answer that, sir?
No,
Please?
you got it. You got it.
Okay, so to answer that question, I actually see men being more emotional, and I'm going to tell you why.
Mhm.
Because society has honestly told men, they have conditioned men not to, that emotion is weak. And so, because of that, they have not gained the skills to be able to regulate their emotions. So, it comes out in many different forms. This can be aggression. This can be hollering. This can be the need to be heard, which is talking over somebody. This can be also insulting somebody because, you felt hurt. So now you're trying to make somebody else feel the same way you feel. So, you're trying to go to a lower blow or a blow that's hitting them personally versus literally just sticking to the topic. Those are very emotional things. So honestly, I see a lot of men being a lot more emotional than women.
Okay,
Now,
you right. Mhm.
here, let me tell you like this. Hold on. What most men have a problem with in these pill communities is taking accountability. I have that problem with talking over people, and I still struggle with that one, and I still am working on that one. But see, I acknowledge my downfalls. When I'm in the red pill sector, the black pill or the blue pill sector, I don't never hear none of those men talking about their
I'm not.
downfalls and what they're working on.
I'm not in the red pill. Let's go to Kevin Samuels because y'all like I'm put y'all got me on here like I'm supposed to come up here and defend fresh and fit, defend Roller Tomasi, defend. I don't even. I just listen to good content on YouTube. I don't worship none of these guys,
So
but
do
they
so
making
do
good
you got
content.
OBS? Do you got OBS? Can you give us an example of the type of content that you do watch?
or that he plays.
The main content I was watching was Kevin Samuels. When Kevin Samuels, I spread out a little bit, but my main content I really watch is Kevin Samuels. No lie.
Okay. So go ahead and
All of
give
it.
us
So
go ahead and give us a 30-second clip, or it doesn't have to be a 30-second clip. Go ahead and I'm personally asking for a breakdown of the video that you said women diverse or die and
Yeah,
etc.
Mhm.
instead of playing your content and getting possibly struck if you get angry and because we don't know you really, how about you just give us a suggestion of a certain Kevin Samuels video to pull up and we'll pull that up.
Most of that stuff, like even with the diversion stuff,
Okay.
it was just a play on word. All I have is a whole bunch of they were talking about. I don't need black men on that. They're not saying you reading the title, but you didn't watch the video. It's just a whole bunch of black women talking about they need to divest.
Well, if you want to talk about that, I would have to disagree with those women. I think that honestly, we all, women, especially black women, we do need black men, specifically black men, because at the end of the day, whenever we have children, that's exactly what it is we're raising. And when it comes to that, me personally, because I have six sons and I have two daughters, and being that another one of my sons is a high school graduate. Another one is a college graduate. I am super proud. And they are black men. So yes, I do feel that we do need black men, but we also need black men as well as black women to be able to raise our black future. Because if we leave it to other people, people feel so uncomfortable even talking about certain issues. How are they going to prepare our children? to be able to face issues of the world from an objective lens versus a lens that makes them uncomfortable, so they want to, tiptoe around it.
And these
So
pill sectors, all they seem to do is show us how to have conflict between one another, not how to resolve conflict and come to a conclusion.
Okay,
So,
let's talk about Kevin. That's what I say. I listen to. I have listened to every video on Kevin Samuel. Let's talk about Kevin.
why?
All right,
okay,
so
hold
what
on, wait,
video
wait,
So
from
why do
wait.
we
hold,
need to
hold
talk
on,
about
babe, hold on.
ideologies?
Well, hold on,
Wait,
because
wait,
Kevin is his mentor. So give us an example of one of Kevin's videos you would like us to pull up as an example. I can
You
pull
see,
it
on
up.
my channel, like I just told you, my videos are flip flop. Just like I just said that y'all thought it was me telling black women about this. No, I was playing a video of black women talking about that, and then I played a video of a white dude talking about some. Wait. Y'all need to these black women need to stop running up on me because look, I am not perfect. Black women, please. It's a flip flop to the title from the video. I had to put funny. I had to make it
Okay, so
funny
you was
too.
pointing something out that didn't
Hey,
make no
my channel is
sense.
oh,
not just gonna be on red pill. My channel gonna be on football. My channel gonna be on anything that a topic that I see somebody or someone coming down my timeline. I have an opinion on. I just want to do a little
So
review.
okay,
Wait,
so
wait a
it's
minute,
safe to say that your
hold on,
channel's on
wait a minute.
your personal
Pause.
ideologies.
babe. Hold
My
on,
opinion on
So wait,
topics in the world.
Mr. Red Pill. Let's give it to
let
the
me
host real
understand.
quick, okay? Or I'm sorry, real
Well,
talk. I'm sorry.
we
Give it
asked
to
you
the
about. So we asked you about your mentor, and I want to know, what did your mentor do for you? Let me ask you, what did your mentor do for you?
I love knowledge. I like his talking points. I like the things that he broke down and that it was basic stuff. It's just like reading a book. He talked
Can
about
you
stuff.
get closer to your mic, honey? You're kind of muffled. I need you to get close to your mic.
I said it's just like reading a book. It's common sense stuff that you go through every day, but when someone does the work on
All
it
right.
and, and they talk
Let me
about
give
it,
a let me get a bit give you a better
So,
clarification of what BMT's asking. What he's asking is, what is it lesson wise from Kevin Samuel that you've been able to take and actually implement into your life?
just being the best. Kevin main teacher was being the best version of yourself, man. Go out there and compete against these other races and be the best man you can be. And if you want that if you want that decent woman, you have to be that decent man. You have to make yourself better to get a better woman. That's what Kevin told.
I agree with that. I do have another question for you. My question is this: you made the statement that you like knowledge, okay, but what Kevin Samuels was giving was his opinion. They're not exactly the same. See, when it comes to knowledge, we're looking at facts. Facts do not need to be explained because facts are there. That means no matter how the narrative is shaped, the facts are still going to be the same facts, right? So, if we like, what's the word? If we like knowledge, then why have we chosen opinion over knowledge?
You do know a lot of the books that you read today are going to be fact. Tomorrow it's going to be false because it's
what?
just an opinion too until you learn something else. But for now,
Okay.
it's the opinion that holds
No.
the strongest.
Now, I'll
Wait,
give
wait,
him
wait,
that. I
Well,
can
I know
give him that.
wait.
I'll give it to him too. That's why I've always
Let me
said
say something. Let me
observation
say
is key
something.
to knowledge.
This is how I know the internet is just making people stupid now. This is how I
But
know.
let me say
Y'all
let
are
me say
messing with
something
me.
though. Hey, bro, no, buddy, sound logical, y'all. I mean, the thing is, sometimes somebody can see something that you might not see, and because they have a different background. Where are you from, bro?
Alabama originally, that's the Texas.
Oh Lord, remember
Okay.
Okay, so you
Well,
out there. I know,
let me
no,
give
no, no,
credit.
damn.
Hold on,
My
Mike.
whole family from
Mike,
Alabama.
let me give him
Yeah,
credit
Hey,
go
for
hey,
ahead.
what he
no,
just
he's been
said.
waiting. Let him talk. He's been
Hold on.
waiting.
I'm gonna let Mike talk, but this is
Go
what he
ahead.
meant,
Go ahead.
BMT. Because BMT was struggling with it in the '50s, bro. We was going by a flat Earth type model for the globe, and then at a certain point in the '50s, they turned to the globe theory of Earth, and that was starting to be taught in schools. So he is correct when over time, what you learn will change.
let me hit you up. Let me hit you with this, and I'm gonna tell you why these mentor daddies are failures, and their pill ideology is even more impressive on their failure. Because
Okay.
Kevin didn't succeed in shit. His kids just show that they're mentally broken. His
Let's just go
household.
to the end of the conversation.
No,
Damn.
no, 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 no. Let's get at it. Because honestly, all the black men that came up around Kevin, where are they at now?
I thought we was gonna build up to this shit.
I don't
Yeah,
got no time.
I'm the type of person I listen to a crackhead talk
Wait.
and
I listen.
receive information.
I listen. All the information that these black men have gathered online hasn't gotten them a lawyer, hasn't gotten them a lobby law, hasn't gotten anything pushed almost to the point where they get choked out online and they have no pushback, but they get online and feel happy when a black woman says something about them, and then they talk about their sexual expose of how less than 54% of them aren't having kids. But then we already understand that majority of y'all are making less than 30,000 a year. Like let's get at that. Like it's no secret. It's no secret that every other group is already surpassing the black man. But yet y'all saying Kevin Samuels, who was getting chewed at by a white woman in Georgia about not even cleaning up the oil spill in his car, that man is y'all God? But then we can talk about your ideologies, where we're seeing black men look at doing transmaxing and all that shit, or red pill, where you got white boys telling y'all to go get vasectomies and y'all got no pushback. Now, I've been
what's transmaxing?
Mike, y'all been saying this, but he has yet acknowledged any of the talking.
What is transmaxing though? We curious.
I don't know what the hell is that.
Let me show you what transmaxing. Because I tell you, black men will go long.
Y'all be coming up with some shit that I'm like, damn.
BMC be doing
What is this?
Every once in a while, he'll do that. He'll pull out something don't nobody know.
I listen and listen to a lot of the shit that these people follow. That when Kevin say have a queer eye, when y'all do the okay with a white woman say all kind of reckless shit to y'all, let me show you what transmaxing is. And I don't got no problem with it. Because that's honestly, y'all don't care what y'all follow. This is transmaxing. From incels, the sad truth. Now, transmaxing is literally men that are going from red pill to transsexual. Literally where their TikTok and their masculine informers.
Oh, damn. Wow. I think we talked about this. We talked about this. Now I know what you're talking about. Now I know what you're talking about.
Now, the thing about it is, when y'all jump on board or jump abroad onto things y'all don't understand, mind you, I got no skin in the game against it. But I asked you a straightforward question. And if you said, I don't know the answer, there was no shame in that. There's no shame saying, I don't know. I asked you, what was the origin or the root of the ideology that you follow? Do you even know the talking points of the people that push it? And y'all don't know. And it's fair to say, I think black men are so badly battered that literally now they just take shot and digs at family, but then they'll talk about, we want a traditional wife. We want that. Well, hold up. But if it's a mother and a father and they're in a home with a child, the child is going to pick up both ideologies because it's a bonded relationship. But however, if I pull up your ideologies of 2023 of what men are doing now, because we already know black people, y'all not producing kids like that anymore. Because we got it where we got this divide. Y'all talking about this divestment division, but it's not working. So whatever this thing where you say it's illogical, no, you just did not know the mission on what I was talking about. You're not seeing what they're doing. That's the thing about it. Like, I was patient. I was very patient to listen. I want to hear when you kept saying, well, let's go to listen to Kevin. Let's go. Fuck Kevin. I don't give a fuck about Kevin. Kevin was a waste of time. Kevin came to my channel to look for help. And I told Kevin what to do. And guess what? Y'all bought into it. Kevin sold Avon. I ain't never sold no fucking Avon. Kevin worked the forklift. He was a merchant salesman. I could show you the backdoor history of Kevin Samuels. If y'all were happy that he got on and talked to women, and that made a lot of older men happy that he's getting at the women, that just means you were scared to talk to the women yourself. I don't have them problems. I don't have them issues. Right now, women are getting laws passed. I need to know, black men, what laws are getting passed for you? If your only law that you got passed is getting a law on a YouTube panel, mind you, the got woman on the y'all shit with about it.
You're gonna have to say that
June,
again, brother. You started cutting out.
Y'all follow ideologies
June,
from white boy end up shooting.
Juneteenth, Juneteenth.
Well, the pill ideologies is a doctrine of eugenics. It is a eugenics doctrine.
Play. I
Period.
believe that.
That's all it was. It is a eugenics doctrine that literally is for that of lesser platform people that cannot compete. And they play off of that of the weakness. This is why you never hear successful men ever talk about pill ideology. You know why? Because it goes against what they actually work for and what they believe in. They tell y'all to work. Fuck family.
100.
That's all y'all get
100,
told. Go to
bro.
work.
And the ideal is that hold on,
Andrew
BLT.
Tate.
The ideal is to balance that shit, bro, and then eventually elevate above that so you can spend more time with your family.
Okay, I want to hear what what Real Talk has to say about all the information
Go
that
ahead, let them fire off.
he's been given today. You have an opinion, Darlin?
You're talking to me.
Yes,
Say it
sir.
again. Say it again.
I want to know what your viewpoints on what BMT has said are.
He just said, but we moved on a long time ago. Then he repeated it again, like I was ignoring the question. But I'm tired of moving now. I'm gonna let him win that one. I thought we
You ain't let me
kind of
win.
made
You
that
definitely.
clear.
Well, see, once again, that's what I don't understand.
There you
Like,
go.
there is no winning here. You said that you like knowledge. He's dropping knowledge. I mean, so is it that you don't want his knowledge for any specific
I
reason?
mean, we keep going, but that I mean, you're the guys, the people on your panel have said I'm talking logical.
How about we do it like this? We just look at this situation as we're sharing our ideals, you sharing your ideals, and we're just trying to mesh it together and see what best ideals come out of all this. Because honestly, I don't share every opinion with my wife of 15 years that I've known since we was kids on this panel. I don't share every ideology that BMT or Super Mike have.
Exactly.
So
But
let's just
but
hold
they
the
still your people.
conversation.
But they still your people. But they say you know eat it. But how you
Well,
gonna eat it? Chew out the bone.
I mean, like Mike and BMT
Eat the
was
meat,
you.
spit out the bones.
You 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 got to look at it like this. BMT and Super Mike was those people one time that I had just met on the panel. I mean, there's opportunity for us to share certain things in common or see if we do.
I mean, we don't have no problem adding you to the fold of being one of the peoples. We don't at all. No one is going against you, and no one is attacking you or anything else. You know, we're just sitting here and trying to see where your mind is and being able to, to gain knowledge from you as well.
Because
Yeah.
honestly, I'll tell you like this, bro. You have shown a little bit of your emotions on your shoulders, but you do carry yourself a lot more, how can I say it, casual than most men from these pill sectors that I speak with.
Yeah, I came out early. You let me the end of a conversation. I came out kind of early today, kind of riding. You know
You
Yeah.
that,
came up.
that
Yes, you
that
did.
was on me. That was on me. I take that one. No, normally that'd be the very end after we done went there, but that was on this. So I
See,
take that one.
Like I
Yeah.
said,
and
like
already with this, we can already rock with you because already
See,
you've
yep,
done something.
accountability
You've done
right there. I
something that a
respect
lot of
that.
people have
I
not
want
done, and now you also have my respect. Thank you.
And that shows me right there that the pill communities do have someone within them that's willing to take accountability for something.
Now let's give it to the host because he's wanting to say something.
so here's the thing about it, and so I'm glad you moved to that point. That's good. When I know what I put in titles for a reason because I put them out there. Because I actually write content for a lot of people, and I work with a lot of people. And when I ask people questions, it's to get them to think. You know what I'm saying? There is some emotion into that because it's my work, and I love my shit. That if I put it out there, I'm not going to waste people's time. I don't go to people's panels to waste their time. I go there to actually say, hey, you might want to pay attention to this. This is from that of the Red Pill Godfather's words that he's teaching young men. The quickest path to becoming a high value man, which we understand amongst that of their community, from the Kevins all the way to all these pill poppers, that none of them know what a high value man is. They don't even know what a man is at this day. Number one, do not get married.
Even though he was married twice.
That is very interesting that a lot of that they're telling young men do not get married. Number
And I'm
two, avoid, hang on, let me read it through. Avoid family creation. Number three, vasectomies in your 20s. Number four, live consistently. Number five, eliminate all sedation. 6, learn game and networking. 7, play to the strengths and build wealth. Resist easing up on your focus. This right here is the new Bible for young men. If this is not eugenics 101 for boys, especially for you black men, I don't know what the fuck is. But
I'm gonna say right now, man, I've stepped my foot in all the pill communities because me myself, I'm white, Jew, Latino, and British, and my children are mixed with African American, and it's like depending on who my children choose to get with, that's what parts of my race are going to be in the future. Like if my children choose to be with a Latino person, their children are going to lean more towards, that cultural aspect. If they want to be with another African American, then they'll lean more towards that part of their family line eventually. If they want to date a white chick or a white dude and have children, then they'll lean more towards that side. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in all aspects of that because to me, race doesn't matter, bro. It's just a pigmentation and a culture.
Yeah, but it's also a culture.
Yeah, and a culture,
But go ahead.
and
But go,
culture is very diverse, as
but
we
go
can see
ahead.
with television and music.
Real talk. What are your thoughts on the panel of what is the new guidelines for these young men to be considered a high valued man? What are
I like all on top of the vasectomy thing.
you like all of those with the vasectomy? Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta
yeah.
agree with it. That vasectomy definitely has to be one that absolutely has to come off.
Well, see, here's my thing. And once again, I'm not really 100% keen on what someone's opinion of a high valued man is. I've noticed that the opinions tend to shift. So, this is just my understanding. In order to be a high valued man, you are considered a high value man from a woman. So, if you're never to get married or be in a relationship due to it being considered a distraction, then where exactly are you considered high valued if women are the one that actually give you that value and,
They
and
still
place
want
you on that
you.
pedestal?
They still want you. They don't choose. They just can't get
Okay. Okay.
I look
You
at it
like
like this. I'm. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why I say it falls flat. First of all, the talking points for what these men call high value. They don't know what. They don't even know what about a man. A lot of them don't even know about that in structural integrity because you're going to a book about being a man. You're going to other men about what it means for you to stand up and pee, or how to wipe your booty hole and all that weird shit that these weirdos talk about. And I'll be like, what kind of damn shit? Because you're supposed to, at the end of the day, I never asked no man how to run my household and lead my family.
hmm
Never will I ever go to another man when my woman and children look to me. Now, you having these, and that's why I said you got to start calling the question. A lot of these things that come on, why on social media are they so much invested in that of and so much invested in the relationship between a man and a woman, to the point where now it's on the news where they're seeing that AI is generating these relationship conversations and stuff.
you. It's that important.
Well, it's not that. See, here's the thing: it's important to who?
It's
So who?
important to the world. It's definitely important to a stable society.
So
Okay, wait. I have a question. If it's important to a stable society, but mind you, the same thing that we just read is have no children, don't
right.
entertain. How can that be conducive to a society if literally you are sitting here and spewing the viewpoints of literally stopping the continual contribution to society, including even in having children? I mean, we
Because
have no society without
more than
children.
likely, my bad, a young guy, he need to have his mind on it, not getting married. When he gets himself together, trust me, he gonna want a woman to all settle down with. Biology is gonna take over, but he don't need to have his mind on no woman at 19, 20, 25. But trust me, my bad. As
No.
every man 35, 40, 50 years old, they gonna tell you how many dumbass mistakes they made in their 20s chasing them women. How much money they ran through chasing them women. Not saying that you shouldn't find you now, but your
Mhm.
priority need to be getting yourself together. Trust me, when you get yourself together, the right women gonna come across your path and you gonna select them.
I
Well,
agree with that. I
see,
agree with
you
that.
could have yourself together and still make the wrong choice in the wrong woman. See,
This,
so
But the
it's like,
option, it's the option. Think about the options that I hate to. I ain't going to cut. I'll go ahead. My bad. What you?
well, I mean, bro, I ain't been a lonely man without a good woman for a long time, but I could tell you and contest to the fact that I know good men out there that have not found the woman that they're looking for yet.
True.
So
You
But
know what I'm
you
saying? I know men that have been a good man from. Now I would agree anything under the age of 25, yeah, you might not want to look into nothing serious. But after the age of 25, I know a lot of men that are mature at that age,
look at it right here.
especially if they went to college and they've got a degree in something, they know where they're wanting to go, they've already set all them things in motion, and they know the kind of woman they want, and they're not unrealistic about it. I mean, I think a man at 25 should know what he wants if he's like intellectual enough to know that that was the main objective and goal from the get go.
so let me
But I hold on, I can't argue with the no marriage thing though, because marriage isn't for everyone. Some people and some men are never ready to
Oh yeah.
be marriage material, just like some women are never meant to be marriage material.
let me and I'm gonna show you. So I always hear this conversation that comes out. Oh well, wait till you get your money, till you get this, till you get that, then get a family. That is an uncertainty, and
hmm
that is somebody that has no shared life experience when they say shit like that. Because nobody saw COVID. Nobody saw the depression. Nobody saw a war. Nobody saw any of these things unforeseen.
The stock
Hell,
market crashing and all this
no,
other
nobody
stuff.
saw that shit happening. Nobody
What
saw,
what what
get into Bitcoin.
what's more productive? Should I tell my child, hey look, do your best and make sure, hey look, do your best to get a C. Man, please do your best to do a C. Or should I say,
Pause it.
son, scribe to get that A. Get that A. Get
So
that
let
A.
so
But
let's
see,
get at
okay.
hold on. Let me finish up
Uh-huh.
because your son can get a family and suck and fail and be right back at square one. Mind you, we're seeing it where a lot of mind you, this is a pretty big thing in the black community. A lot of men are finding themselves hard at trying to just get into the home because by the time they even get with a woman, guess what? The woman already has her own setup home.
hmm
So it's like we're hearing the talking point. Well, get yourself together. But by the time, no offense, but the majority of homeowners in the black community are who are they? Men or women? Real talk.
Oh, it's women more definitely because they got a whole bunch of programs. And I'm gonna give them credit. Even if you want to take the job, I'm gonna give y'all that you want to. I'm gonna give y'all the 30-year contract you want to give out.
Okay,
Take
okay,
that. Then we gonna see.
okay.
Hold on, but when you say that state, you always got to say who's the most evicted too.
Who's the most
Who defaults on the most mortgages too. Make sure you mention that information.
okay? So if you want to use that, the most evicted, the most default on a mortgage, what does that mean? Where are the men at? Where's the men at? Where y'all? Where are the black men on the statistics?
Patterson was taking his time driving his 10-year-old car instead of trying to get the Mercedes, just because he started making $4,000 a month.
Wait,
They all
hold
can't be take. They all can't be taking their time. Come on, let's not let it that. Let's not make that lie. They all
Oh,
cannot be.
say it again. What?
They all can't be taking their time. We ask again. Like I said, you're real talk. We've been outside. All of us have been outside.
Mhm.
I don't see men doing I'm working 10-year jobs when the majority of men don't stay at a job for longer than 2 years. So we're trying to find out, as well as when it comes to credit scores.
Mhm.
That's another lacking issue amongst
Mm.
black men. They
Yeah,
don't talk about building
I
credit
give
scores.
I give you that one.
Financial
But
literacy.
Financial
when
literacy.
you say, see, one thing about when we have these conversations, these conversations are always aimed at the lowest of the lowest black men, and then aimed at the highest of the highest black women. Like it ain't the even measurement.
You know,
Like just as many of black men that ain't shit is a whole group of
Yeah,
just as women
I
that
can
women that
agree
ain't
with
shit.
it. I
okay.
can agree
Just as
with
many
it.
high value, whatever you want to call it,
Hold on,
women
wait,
there, it's
wait.
just as many black men like that.
Hold on.
Real talk. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
May I
Hold on.
comment?
I'm about to
Well,
give a quick answer.
hold on. Can we
Wait,
do us
wait,
a
babe.
favor? Hold on, babe. Can we do us a favor? Take color off of it altogether. Just make it a man and woman ordeal. I mean, I know you want to focus on the black man being pushed into this whole thing of sex changes and shit, but it's not just black men they pushing into this shit.
Oh yeah, I think.
I wanted to go ahead and speak on this. Initially, we are actually talking about the average, and that
Right.
actually, well, in some cases, I'm not sitting there talking about in all these cases because I agree with you wholeheartedly. Women ain't shit, men ain't shit. We have, there's literally a balance for every type of energy out there. So for the high valued man, there are valued women. For an average Joe, there's an average Jane. For niggas that ain't shit, we got bitches that ain't shit. Let's just keep it a buck. Okay. But when it comes to us sitting here and trying to come to a resolve, part of the issue is that we are focusing on what other people are telling us the problem is so much instead of actually taking the time to focus on the resolve. Because right now, I couldn't tell you how many of these panels I've been on where we're consistently talking about the problem. And I get it. You know what? Men, they feel wounded by hearing certain shit from women, and women feel wounded by hearing certain shit from men. And then a few of us that are sitting there and talking about, we both need to heal on both sides because the wounds hurt. And the longer the wounds hurt and the longer the wounds are open, they're going to bleed onto everybody. Everybody. You know, we're the ones that are sitting there talking about, that we're told, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just this, you're just that. And it's like no one really wants a resolve. They just want to continue to perpetuate the problem.
Well, the
Yeah.
reason why I say take color off of it, we're the older generation, right? And like BMT said, we go outside, we see what's out there. We
Hmm.
know our younger generation picked up off of our generation, and there's a whole lot more multiracial dating going on. White girls or white dudes having houses in the hood as well, diversitizing the families. So we're not just talking to one race out here about not being feminized. It's more than one race, but there is a masculine energy that is a true masculine energy, and a masculine energy that is just formed out of pride and feelings, which is not a proper masculine energy
That's
at
called
all.
the toxic
That,
masculinity.
that, that's the masculine energy that a lot of women these days like to point at, like saying, "Oh men are so bad." No, it's the top 5% of men that y'all talking about. Y'all, the average man protecting y'all down in the street for you every day, going to work, putting their life on the line, making all this money, giving all this money to you. You talking about top 5 to 10% of men? Most of the women ain't talking about.
Here,
Y'all trying
here,
y'all trying to describe the average man as an evil or narcissistic, as they love to say. Period. Well, no, it's the top 5%, 5-10% of men who had power for the last 100 years. The average man out here dying for your way.
but here,
I
let me
I
let me say
I
this. Hold,
agree.
hold on, babe. Let me sit there and say this. Okay, so I've noticed that you said y'all. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this.
No, he's not. He ain't not out there dying. Let's stop that line.
Hold on, let me go ahead and say mine real quick. So, what I also have picked up
I
is,
am.
babe, cut it out. What I've also picked up is this. whenever we have constant screens in front of our faces to where this is all that we're seeing because this is all that we're engaging with, we tend to believe that this is what's happening all over the world. This is not what's happening all over the world. You have to understand these are things that have been specifically put into our community in front of certain eyes that look like us. And yes, babe, I'm making this a black community kind of phrasing real quick. This is kind of put specifically in front of our eyes because if this is all we're engaging with due to emotional response, then for after a while we're going to start to believe that this is all that is outside, even if we go outside and we don't see it. How many times, no, how many people do you see whenever they go outside they have their phone in front of their face? They don't even literally look at the cars, the trees, the houses, the anything that's actually in front of them. They only see these things, right? And
Who
so, with that, hold on, because I have to turn off my alarm. But with that, it starts to brainwash people into believing that the ideology is no longer ideology, it is their reality because this is all they're seeing on social media, networks, all this other stuff. So, with that being seen, the average man has masculinity. This is also why the average man actually is in usually in a relationship that is what 2 years or older, right? It does not matter whether they're young, old, we're talking about average, right? So whenever it comes to all these other things where we're dealing with toxic masculinity or we're dealing with narcissistic behavior or we're dealing with all these other things that have a negative connotation to it, now, especially if you're engaging with this kind of information, now this is going to be all that you ever see. So after seeing it for so long, you start to think that this is literally that's all around you. So that's part of the problem. If we're going to sit there and talk about the younger generation and doing certain things, the older generation, whenever we went outside, we actually went and hung out with our friends. We actually went and saw how their mothers and their fathers interacted. We also saw it wasn't just, our moms and our dads. We also saw how their parents were. We sat there and talked to our friends about what issues that they were going on. We were there. We were empathetic. We were able to sit there and do all kind of stuff to sit there and make sure our friends was cool because we felt that shit. Nowadays, literally, we don't have as much empathy. We are only interacting with a screen. We don't even want to talk to people or even be in a place that's public. And whenever we are, you literally see people just staring at a screen in front of their face as if nobody else is there in the room. I mean, I was actually just talking about this the other day. You have teenagers that are in high school that would be in a classroom that will literally, instead of talking to the student that's right next to them, they would rather look at their phone and text that student right next to them. Text them instead of literally just sitting there saying, "Oh, what's up? Hey, how you doing?" Any of this. And so whenever we're sitting here and taking out the natural form of engaging, then that's one of the main reasons why it's hard for a man to engage with a woman. It's hard for a woman to engage with a man because now the younger generation does not have these skills.
very easy for a woman to engage with a man.
No, sweetheart, it's very easy for a woman to sit there and entice a man to fuck her, not to engage with her. There is actually a difference. Okay, so engaging means that we are having a conversation. It can be shallow, it can be in depth. Honestly, whenever we, as women, whenever we are engaging, we're engaging with no intent of sex at all. Now, mind you, a man might decide to volunteer engagement with the hopes that there would be sex there. But if you sit there and take that completely off the table, you're not going to have a whole lot of people that are willing to be receptive on engaging. Now, if you're doing that to sit there and fuck, like if I sit there and I'm gonna sit there and say my husband before we ever got married, if I was up for like, hey, so what's up, daddy? You know what? This pussy wet, and she's needing you to do something about it. Yeah, he gonna smash immediately. You feel me? But if I sit there and say, "Hey, yo, XO, so I have this crazy concept and I want to talk to you about it," and if it sounds too crazy, he gonna be like, "Oh no, this bitch is tripping."
Nah, I can't agree with that. So even because if he
Yeah,
wants
yeah,
to, he'll stay on the phone for
yeah.
three
Fuck.
months until he finally get a chance. I can't agree with that.
No, 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 no. Check this out. I used to hit on my wife, but she would always be in a relationship, or she would hit on me, and I'd be in a relationship, so it wouldn't go nowhere. So then I was like, "Fuck it," I'm just gonna genuinely go after the friendship thing. we would chop it up on the phone, just have conversation, exchange ideas that we shared in common.
And I
And one
engaged with him. Yeah.
and one day, hey, can I tell the story how it really happened, babe?
Oh God. Okay.
Okay. So one day she hits me up in Messenger and she's like, "Can I ask you a question?" And I'm
Oh
like,
God.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You don't even know what I'm about to ask." I said, "I know exactly what you're about to ask." She said, "Well, what am I about to ask?"
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
about
yeah. You ain't gotta put it out there like that.
Oh, come on, babe.
All
I
right,
mean,
all
I mean,
right.
we've been married for 15 years. Obviously, something happened, right? You know what I'm saying?
I'm okay,
So,
fine. I'm blushing. Yeah, go ahead.
so anyway, I said, "So you're gonna ask me if you can use my body?" And she said, "How did you know?" I said, "It's not the first time that's been implied and asked." So you got to pick up on the social cues when a chick wants that. You can't just assume that's what a chick is wanting, bro. And a
Well,
lot of guys are guilty of that. And I was guilty of that when I was a younger man. That's why I say at a certain age, yeah, I would agree that, men ain't ready for that type of relationship and elevation.
but babe, that's not what we were talking about. What we were talking about is, just the fact of, men being able to, just have a conversation without the intents of sex. A lot
Oh,
of men
That,
ain't gonna go for it, or they do with still in the back of their mind with the intents of sex. And I'm gonna go
well,
ahead
that,
and
babe,
hold on,
that
babe, hold
story,
on.
hold on. That story had that in it. When I wasn't having no intent in getting anything from you, babe, that's when everything naturally made its connection.
let
Boy,
me
you
but let me
lying.
let me ask you this, Denzel. I'm gonna ask you on the real. How
Uh-huh.
often did you get access to it? If you really wanted
Uh,
access,
Back then, how often did you get access to it?
like
um,
not just her. I'm talking about if you wanted it, you can chirp one up on the phone.
oh, babe, I'll let you answer that. You
And now
grew up
you
with
got
me,
this.
you know.
My husband was a whole hoe. He wasn't a portion.
Okay,
He
okay,
wasn't a fraction of a hoe.
now,
He was the whole thing. He was not a percentage.
now that's a difference right there. That's a whole difference. You understand? Because he had access. He had access to that.
But I had
Versus
access because it's the way I've always carried myself, BMT. Because
no,
no,
no.
no, 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 no. Check it out. Because when I was a younger man, there was times when I would get played by some of the chicks I really wanted because my mind wasn't right.
What's going on?
Mhm.
Shout out to the Cab Scout
It,
himself.
it's
But,
it took listening. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you how I got where
You
I
talk
got
over
with
talking this
female.
man.
I'm
Let the
sorry.
host speak. This is his channel.
so here's the thing about it. You got to see. You got to take yourself out of it, man. You got to take yourself out of it. When I talk to a lot of these people, I have to take myself out and understand conversation between the have and the have-nots. There are people that are sitting with people who have access versus people who do not have access. There are
Mhm.
people who are gifted with the mouth of gab to be able to speak it, and that
But
they can have the access to people, to
I'm gonna
women.
try to tell you
To
how I've seen any man
hold on,
get that though. It's a
hold
man
on.
that listens to a
Hey,
woman.
you have to
Listen,
listen to him too, baby.
listen,
Give
listen,
me a minute.
listen. You got to understand. You are now. We are now. This is no longer your era. This is not my era anymore. We are
Yeah.
now in an era where people are coming online that feel like they should be entitled to that of access to a woman, to be entitled to that of access to a man with no type of social integrity or contract. I will give that to you, real talk. I will concede that and acknowledge that there are people that are not willing to put skin in the game. If a
Mhm.
woman were to come around a bunch of men and say, "Hey, I'm abstaining my body from sex. I want a complete friendship. I want to be able for us to have conversation, just go out for breakfast, take it nice and slow. Only
Mhm.
until then we get married." That woman will nobody would bother with that one. For the majority out of 10, 9 out of 10 men would leave her and not be
Hold on.
with her.
I'm going to piggyback off of that. And that one guy would still do it with the mindset of he's going to sit there and try to break her vow. That's his entire idea, his entire game is that he's
And
Hold
that's
going to
on.
what I.
break
What
her
about
This is
vow.
why
that one?
I
What
like
about
what
that
Kevin
one
said
man
on
that
that.
actually wants that woman, that type of
I,
woman?
I
Go
like
ahead.
what Kevin said on that. He said that's where the church need to come in with the singers ministry. He said you need to be looking for somebody with the singers ministry. The singers ministry, the job is to hook those people up that just plan on being abstinent.
Go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
can't you can't go into a world looking for a person who's trying to hold the same vows as you. That's not equally yoked.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead. We
that's
want
true.
to hear about. We want to hear about that, and then we'll let somebody else take it. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying that's something Kevin used to say too. Like Kevin, man, Kevin was great. I just don't see how people ain't like Kevin. I'm sorry. Kevin was great.
Well, you also got to remember, honey, I mean, whatever it is that works
Well,
for you
hold
might
on.
not work for other people. And people, people are objective. Just like right now, something that we might be saying to you,
Let's talk.
everybody else in the chat might be getting, and you might not be, or somebody might be disagreeing,
Let,
and somebody might not like it. So
let's talk about. Let's talk about the
Uh,
average at best.
hold on. That quotation that you just gave, I'm sorry, but you can't give that greatness to Kevin Samuels. You would have to give that greatness to the Most High. The Most High is the one that said, "Find one who is equally the yoked to
No,
you."
I was just giving the credit to Kevin just because he was telling us that's where you supposed to. If you going out there, you need to go into the place where they get ordained and make that happen. Not into the world looking for something that's not going to be like you. He's saying the lack of the church right now.
but
Not
see,
saying you need to believe in this or that, but a lot of people do.
but
So
Well,
see,
you need
that's
your
in
church
any
family need to be helping you find somebody on that path.
what? No, no, no. I mean, I'm gonna sit there and say this. Honestly, he got that from listening to somebody at the church. But honestly, that is not something that we have to sit there and give him flowers for, because that is something that elders have been sitting there and trying to preach to little
So
girls and little
so
boys.
so so if I run from another town and tell this town, hey man, another guy told me, look, in 4 days it's about to be a flood. She said, man, you ain't thinking that. You ain't thinking that. I ain't give you credit. You ain't. Somebody
Okay,
else told me that.
sweetheart, it is hard to hear you when you're doing all the
Because
interaction.
I just don't see how you just disown the man for just spreading the mess. He didn't say, oh, make me God because I said this. No, he was telling the
Well, no,
Italians who came in talking about abstinence
what I was
7 days.
saying is this. What I was saying is this. This is the same thing that has been said by many elders before Kevin Samuels was known on.
There's nothing new upon the sun. What you're saying has been
Right,
said by elders. There's nothing new up under the sun.
right.
It might
So,
be undiscovered, but it's not new.
for me to go ahead and give credit to Kevin Samuels, what I'm saying is I cannot do that because I heard that growing up as a child.
Okay, I
Well,
understand that.
before,
I understand that, but
yeah.
to the audio that really makes no sense. I just want to give me flower, move on next conversation. Let's get something done. Let's have the conversation. Not pick it on, oh, and Kevin didn't think of that. Okay. He didn't have
yeah.
to think of it. He said some knowledgeable
No, well,
information.
okay. So I don't think you really understand. What I'm saying is, yes, Kevin made really great points. I'm saying that I can't give him that one. He made many other ones.
Understandable.
That's
Understandable.
what I'm
Understandable.
saying. And here's the one of the first times I really paid attention to Kevin Samuels was whenever I heard him speaking about if there was a young lady that had, if there was a woman that sat there and had a daughter and she was in a relationship and her daughter came to her saying that, something had bothered her about the significant other, should she go ahead and take the daughter's opinion at face value? And she said, yes, she would, because this is her child. He sat there and told her that was dumb because supposedly, how does she know that that child, is not plotting against the relationship with the hopes that daddy will come back? Okay,
I,
I
under-
understand that, but
I understood that was one of that was one of a few bad episodes, but the type of person I am, I look at things from both sides because every
hold
day
on, sweetheart.
it's a
Let me
lot.
finish, baby. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. No, that's my ex out. I'm sorry. Let me finish real talk. I'm sorry. What I'm saying is I looked at it also from both aspects. So I didn't really consider it a bad episode. I did not like how many people jumped on him. But I mean, as a mother of 8 children, okay, that is something that I consider every single time my children bring something to me. Well, you know what if they're fabricating? What if they're not exactly telling the truth? But with the same, in the same respect, I'm pretty sure that she knows her daughter a little bit better than someone online would understand the scenario, right? So the way I took it is, how do we know that mom and that daughter do not have that kind of bond to where when it comes to really important stuff, mommy's not going to lie to daughter and daughter's not going to lie to mommy. And then, if something were to happen, and I think this conversation was so potent because a lot of times in the Black community, we have been known to have uncles, grandpas, friends of
I think
mommy, friends of daddy that come over and then they assault or, they abuse or they traumatize these babies. And, in the past, it was one of those, oh, well, you know what, that's just how that person is. And it's almost like we gave them a pass, right? And I honestly, it opened up a lot of doors for me. So that was honestly the first time I really engaged with what was being said by Kevin Samuels, how it was being received by not only this young lady, but everybody else that was literally in the chat, which honestly to me was astounding. So another thing, the next time I sat there and I saw Kevin Samuels was, what is that woman? Nicki Minaj. Oh my God, I cannot stand her. But Nicki Minaj, she went to Kevin Samuels saying that she wanted him to rate her, RATE, to rate her. I didn't understand that. Well, I mean, I understood it to an extent. She has daddy issues, and it was blatantly clear across the board. She has daddy issues, so she went to this man that she does not know from shit go to Sandman to go ahead and get daddy validation. That to me was disgusting. And this is at the same time that, the guy that she chose to engage with in a relationship, they had now sat there and it was uncovered or unearthed that he was now a pedophile. And everybody was looking at her with questioning intent or questioning eyes, because this is the type of person that you have around you. So is it really that you did not know this person was like this, or were you willing to tolerate certain things because you wanted somebody there, for whatever daddy issues you had? So when she went on there stating that she wanted him to rate her, RATE, I'm just spelling it out so everybody in the chat, in case I'm not clear, to rate her, it was astounding to me, because I'm like, you know what? These people are looking at these celebrities, and they are, mind you, celebrities, high valued men, high valued women, right there. But literally, this woman had just shown that she was, so low on the totem pole that she was still grasping for validation externally with these men that don't know her, do not value her, do not give two fat fucks about this young woman. And for me, it was really, really sad. So, I mean, there were a lot of things that I saw with Kevin Samuels. I'm not going to say that I disagreed with everything, but I also cannot say that I agreed with everything. I mean, honestly, it was just like a regular YouTuber as far as I was concerned.
If ever YouTube had a million subscribers, I would agree with that.
Well, I mean, I know a lot of regular people, YouTubers that honestly they have a large following, but just because they have a large following does not mean that their opinion is valued.
Hold on, BMT. When I first met you on my first account, not this one, I had what 150,000 subscribers back then. Before it got yeeted, I had a 430 something thousand subscribers and didn't even know about monetization back then, bro.
Mm, 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 mm.
So that's close enough.
That's because you like to start shit, babe.
No, that's because I know so many channels and I'm associated with damn near half of YouTube.
But I mean, it's just, to me, he was just the average man that had an average opinion. I mean, as far as I was concerned, I could go to my
Yeah,
dad and literally get,
well,
opinions
I'm,
that either counted that or agreed with that.
I'm glad you said that, because when I told my mama about Kevin Samuels, I said, "Mama, you want to know the sad part about this? Is that because Kevin Samuels, he was saying he was doing counseling sessions for like, was it almost $1,000 an hour or something like that?"
Hmm.
I was saying, "Wow, it's the time that we live in is so sad that people got to pay $1,000 an hour for a man to tell them the truth. They can't even get the truth from their family. Now that's sad."
Well, here's the
Yeah,
thing.
that
Whenever
is.
give me a moment.
Yeah,
You should tell them, baby, you're not a 10. That is said. Think about it that way. That's how low society has came with. You can't even tell women, baby, you're not the best thing out there. You're beautiful in your own way. But there are other women that might look better than you.
Okay, so what? My
Is
viewpoint on
is
that.
everything okay at home, babe?
Yeah, he was just sitting there wondering, well, Mom, why is it dark in your room? That's He was
So
like,
my
it's so
son, I
dark.
love him.
All right, I
So,
will whenever he comes back. He went and chased his sister. Um,
uh,
but my viewpoint is not really that they're telling you the truth. They're giving you an objective point of view. A lot of times, whenever you're dealing with your family knows history. Your family is already they're gonna tend to you in a judgmental type of way. And whenever you want a clear opinion, a lot of times you can get it from somebody you don't know before you really can get it from a friend. If you get it from a friend, you're going to feel like they're biased because they're
That,
your friend. If you get it from like a coworker, and depending on you all's relationship,
that's the parents' fault.
it's
My
still
daughter don't believe in Santa Claus.
whenever you get it from your family, it's considered bias. It can be pro or con, but it's still considered bias. So what it was is that they were literally getting an opinion from somebody that can be unbiased, a third party. Here's the sad part: he was charging $1,000. You could have went to a regular therapist and literally got the exact same opinion
Ju-
for a
And
lot.
Just like Kevin said, most of the therapists they're women, and they're not. And they're gonna tell them a head full of nothing. Girl, you are. You know what? You really are the most beautiful woman out here on the earth. You
Oh
are going
no,
to get
honey,
that
I
high
didn't went to a
value man.
therapist and she did not say that at all.
I'm saying she ain't gonna say it in the words. She gonna say it in another way, but
yeah,
it's not gonna be critical.
yeah, it
Yes, it
depends.
was
It really depends on
on the
that
therapist.
therapist. Honestly,
Yeah, yeah.
it really does. Cause I've experienced both.
My experience with women, so, honestly, is just women are not very truthful. I'm sorry. All around the board, women are not very truthful. They can't even give their own opinion. That's why their friends go out looking crazy. They don't want
Mm,
to tell them, or they want to look better than their friends.
Well, you've been
man,
introduced to a young lady that honestly
hold on. It's a certain demographic of women that are like that. It's just like a certain demographic of men are like that. Depends on
Like
what
what?
kind of a social class they decide to put themselves in. I mean, there's different levels of social class. Some of the lower levels of social classes, it's just like, you know,
That women are more for competition when it comes to beauty and stuff. Men
like
ain't
say
gonna
like
compete too
this.
much.
Say like
okay.
this. Take a job for instance. You've been in one workplace where things could be cool, laid back, chill. Everybody gets along and it's authentic. You could go to another workplace and it's like everybody act like that face to face, but behind your back they talking shit, this, that, and another. You know what I'm saying? It just
Mhm.
the demographic of the area you're in, who you're around, where you put yourself, where you want to place yourself, all of that plays a part.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. Okay, one, Mr. Real Talk, you've been introduced. Hi, my name is Eliza, Al for short. And honestly, I keep it real with females as well as males. I mean, people will sit there and tell you I'm an equal opportunist to where I'm sitting there and saying if somebody ain't shit, I will call you out. I don't favor women because they have a vagina. I don't favor women because I'm a woman. I'm 100% crystal with it.
Let me
And
let me give you an example. The reason Kevin Samuel's show took off with women because it's the difference. When men call Kevin Samuel's show, like Kevin would tell us some so happens today. Dude, that's too good. You got a little thing, blah blah blah. Give it the guys would say. The guys would be like, yeah, you right, Kevin. I need to fix myself up, man. And when you tell a girl that's obviously a 3, and you tell her the baby you're not a 10, no, I'm a 10. My mama said I'm a 10. My daddy said I'm a 10. That's where the entertainment comes in there. 'Cause that's why you can't get high the men on that because the men will sit there and agree and they'll be like, you know what, Kevin, you right. I do need to fix myself. That's what men do. You know what, I need to correct myself. Women, on
okay,
the other hand, every woman that comes to that show in denial. And nobody can deny that. That's why it blew up like it was, because women are in denial. And it's on camera now. We have documented footage of it.
but
Documented footage of delusional women back to back from all different age ranges, all different classes.
okay,
Delusional.
but here's the thing. all of the people that sat there and called in is not all the women that are in America. Because I'm gonna tell you this, hold on, from a point of view of being married, first of all, I'm not gonna sit there and call no man and ask no man to judge me. I'm not gonna do that. My husband has already sat there and made that judgment call whenever he decided to marry me.
I
Now,
was
if
seeing
they,
women were calling in. There was no married women really calling in.
hold on, darling. Hold on, darling.
You
If
go
it
on
gets
for like
to
10 minutes.
still, if it gets to a point where somebody's asking me if anything, because I mean, matter of fact, we just had 702 and Henny. Matter of fact, we were on my panel and we sat there and I closed my panel so we could sit there and have a talk with them. And I sat there and held both of them liable and accountable for the actions that they had. You don't have to worry about who they.
Anecdotal. Anecdotal. That's one, two you cases. We talking about in general. In general. Who cannot take honesty? You take 10 women, you tell them something honest. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 of them gonna go against the grain. You
But
ask
see,
10 men, most of them will be like, yeah, you right.
here's the
I'm
thing.
tripping.
Whenever there's a woman speaking, we can say the same thing about men because men have a hard time sitting there and facing the truth too. I
Different
mean,
dynamics. Different
well,
dynamics.
no, it's not. You
Yes, it
literally
is.
just
See, when
had
I
a
expose my south
sir.
side to you, you're gonna use it against me. You're
See,
gonna
here's
tell me I'm
the
a weak
thing.
little bitch when we
You
get in an
already
argument.
told me what I'm going to do, and so you just met me. I don't know you.
I ain't talking
mean,
about, I'm just speaking about women in general. Most men have these problems when they expose their south side. It's the end of their relationship. And we this is a subject that's talked about all the time on YouTube. It's not me. This is not anecdotal. This is in general.
once again, those people that are in those sectors do not represent all the
What
people in the
what
world. And
what?
here's the thing, I'm sitting there trying to explain to you. You're saying that, if there is a man that is there supposed to be judging a woman and how a woman feels uncomfortable to sit there and take criticism. Okay, yes, I agree with that wholeheartedly. But I'm also going to say it's the exact same way on, whenever a woman is speaking and a man can't take criticism because, I don't know, for whatever reason. A lot of times I come across men that have had issues taking criticism from their exes, from their ex-wife, from their mothers, from their sisters, and things of this nature. So the first thing they want to do is react and they want to respond, and they do it out of a place of pain and they do it out of a place of hurt because they feel that they're not good enough. So I mean, we can't sit there and put that all off on women just because there was a man that sat there and was able to pose a question. If a woman were able to do it, or if a woman did it, then you're going to get the exact same scenario, just vice versa. And it turned on this axis. That's all you're going to get. A lot of people have issues with taking criticism.
Right. I think that's the thing about it where they're trying to make this about women can't take people can't take criticism. I mean, that's what brings a lot of my detractors to this channel. I don't I don't call names. I just put the title out there, and it is for what it is, and that's just how the being
Let
performed.
let then let's be
So,
honest. Oh my bad. Go ahead, host. My bad. If you finish, I'm
so
trying to cut in for
when it
somebody else.
comes
My bad.
to when it comes to red pill, if you were to put that in news articles, you won't get nothing positive out of the news articles. If you
Skip.
talk about social media or manosphere or anything like that, you'll also get a lot of stuff where it has government watch lists. So when I ask men, especially namely black men, because they're good pinatas for getting into like a lot of this trouble. How is this benefiting you? They haven't yet been able to tell me. I mean, saying that, hey, telling me that, hey, well, we're getting back our masculinity. I'm like, what took your masculinity? Well, women did. How did women take your masculinity? What what measure of power do they have? There's never a definitive answer to this. This sounds like more like sexual conquest to people of the have and have nots. And I mean, I get it. Like, I'm honestly, I understand that some people they have social constructs against them that hinder them. But I'm trying to tell people right now, like this thing is not going mainstream. And the reason why it won't go mainstream is because of that of how it's looked at by broader society. So I mean, yeah, I mean, go ahead. You have the floor, but I'm just saying,
I mean, where it is now, it's at the point of no return. You got high schoolers, young boys, and I think it's the best thing ever to happen for men, honestly. For men that love themselves and want to be better and not have their mind on sex. Y'all think I'm just about sex. I love sex, don't get me wrong. But I don't want to have every conversation with a man about, man, I take you home. No, I want to have a conversation about what we can do to build on. That's what this guy now. Now he talking about sex. But this man person up there focusing on himself, building himself. Better men lead to better women, which lead to a better community. The men have to get back on focus. That's what this red pill, which y'all want to call it, it's just men talk. It's just talk that men need to hear how you are important. A lot of these young men need to hear that
Your
they are
mic is
important.
muffled. Can you
Yeah,
fix your
man.
mic, bro? Your mic is like really muffled, and
Agreed,
I'm
man.
struggling to hear you. Nah, it's hollow now.
Okay. While you're saying get back to, I would actually get back to what? What are the men trying to get back to?
I mean,
The,
I understand what he's saying, for younger men to sit there and focus on being a better man so that they can, baby, mute your mic, so they can in turn become a better person for the women and, can, create better legacies and, better versions of themselves for their children. I completely understand that. But,
yeah, my
but
bad, guys.
here's the
Okay,
thing.
well, hold on, wait. Okay, so hold on, wait. Okay, so to
Mhm.
what help with that? First of all, for you to get back to something, you had to be there first. You had
Right.
to be there to get back to it. So the question is, the man that is saying, "I'm trying to get back to masculinity," when did you lose your masculinity?
I don't really get the question.
So hear me out. If that's the talking point that I'm hearing that men are saying, that they're
Mm-hmm,
trying to get back to their masculinity, back to their roots.
mm-hmm.
When were you removed from your roots? When were you removed from your roots? That's all I'm.
In America, it was probably within the last maybe 40, 50 years, like
So
around the
you.
board, all races, like they're going against masculinity. They want weak little boys, and this how I explain to a lot of people. Imagine if you were the top 5%. Um, men are competitive. If I wanted to keep this power amongst me and my family for the next 1,000 years, I want the boys to be emasculated because that's my competition. That's my competition for my sons. That's my competition for my grandsons. I'm just thinking on the bigger scale. Emasculate boys is great for the 10% of people who are in control. They ain't got to worry about no competition. They got to worry about a whole bunch of docile young men instead of worrying about some leaders who want to take over something. That's the type of men you want to in this world.
But here, let me go ahead. Since you said earlier that you wanted to tell the truth, let me go ahead and drop some knowledge on you. Here's the thing. Whenever it comes to men losing their masculinity, and it surprises me whenever they say women, because if we're talking about the last 40 or 50 years, it wasn't women that took the masculinity. Now we can see it as the government whenever they sat there and came out with, the helpful benefits that they wanted to sit there and put everybody on, but that wasn't women that took that. I mean, I knew some women back then because I literally hang around older generations that would hide their husbands in closets while these people came to check the house to make sure that the man wasn't there. So it wasn't the women that took away the masculinity. Later on, later on, it's not women that took away anything. We decided to go ahead and step our game up to be able to do what society was not letting our men do. That's what it was. We never took any kind of masculinity. Now, here's the thing, whenever it comes to where's your masculinity at, a lot of men do not want to take in account. They don't want to hold themselves accountable to where if you gave your masculinity to somebody, if you gave what you consider your masculinity to somebody else, it is your responsibility to get it back within you. But you don't have to bash somebody else in order to get it back within you. See, that's where the problem.
How we bashing? What's bashing? What's
No, no,
being
no,
bashed?
no. I'm talking about the masses and them talking about women and this and
All they
that.
saying is don't get played. They're not bashing women. You said this ain't the truth that most men don't want fat girls, especially if he got his money right. This, all Kevin was saying, if you fat, you got a very slim chance of getting a wealthy man unless you was down for him when he was broke.
Well,
Ain't no,
even that's not true because I
ain't,
know a lot
yeah,
of men that don't mind BBWs.
yeah, they
Well,
probably
let me
broke.
not even say BBWs. Bigger women. You
They
know,
probably broke.
thicker women, especially with, and and this is my
Show me the
first.
millionaire entertainers with BBW old ladies.
Hold
If she
on,
went down from when he was broke. Ain't no
hold
man
on,
getting rich and then going to find a BBW.
sir. Give me a second. Here's what I'm saying: is that even with that, there are many men that literally like a bigger woman. So much so that now white women have decided to alter their bodies to look like these women. You know, the
You talking about
hourglass frame.
voluptuous.
Hold
I'm talking
on.
about obese, big women. You talking about them just curvish and voluptuous, sexy. We
Yes.
talking about two different things. I'm talking about Lizzo. I'm talking
Okay.
about men fighting to get Lizzo. Rich men want to marry Lizzo. That's what you saying.
And one, you know what? I'm gonna say
Now,
this. Every
it's a
hold
whole
on.
bunch of guys who are love to change their life and sit on the couch and play PlayStation that want Lizzo. There ain't no man who done worked his ass out to get rich want Lizzo.
Well, honestly, I don't know that because I don't know. Let's keep it a buck, right? Regardless of what Lizzo looks like, I see that it's only the lower tax bracket that's sitting here and talking about this woman. I'm not seeing a higher tax bracket talking about this woman because at the end of the day, it's about your tax bracket. It really ain't got nothing to do with what you look like. It is about, okay, so you
That's
know
why they're
what?
gonna keep me from
Oh,
having an
oh,
opinion.
sir, give me a moment. Give me a moment, please. Whenever it comes to this woman looking, a woman can look any kind of way, but if they know that she has money and there's a chance that she may be unhealthy and she may decease and she's going to leave that to you, yeah, a lot of men they want that, looking at it from that angle. You know, whenever it comes to certain men of a certain tax caliber or a certain tax bracket, I'm not hearing any of these men even talking
Yeah,
about this. I'm not. Now, mind you, that's not to sit there and say that some of them don't find her attractive. They do. They really do. But you know, at the end of the day, we never hear that conversation because we are honestly on the lower end of the tax bracket. And I always hear people on the lower end have so much to say about people that honestly, even if we were in that space, wouldn't even be close enough to these people to insult them to their face. So, I mean, personally, I think that, you know, if you're going to sit there and talk about somebody or even trying to shoot your shot or anything, talk shit, shoot your shot, whatever, you need to sit there and stick within your tax bracket. If you making a 30, you know, 30, let's say 40K or less a year, then yes, I can understand the mentality behind. I wouldn't want somebody that looks like this because that is still something that is important to me, especially being that I am making this. Not only does she have to be attractive, but she also has to be able to maintain or also bring, you know, add to the finances. Whenever we get up to a higher tax bracket, I'm not hearing them say these things. These men are already married. These men are already happy. If they ever want to pay for sex, they will do it. And guess what? They will sit there and have these women sign a clause to where that is never revealed to anyone. It is never spoken about. You know, there are many other things that they will do because they are protecting their asset. It has nothing to do with what they stick in their dick in. They can sit there and get any kind of woman, just like a woman in that tax bracket can get any kind of man that they want. And it doesn't matter whether they want a man that has a dad bod, has a, you know, a bodybuilder bod, or literally is a man that looked like Jazz from Drew Hill. Okay. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's,
because I'm broke, I don't get to have an opinion.
I'm not saying that you don't get to
But
have an
she in every song she can write broke boys and don't get this and broke you can't touch me. Now she can have an opinion about broke
See,
guys.
yeah. See, but this is a chick that's in a higher tax
tax
bracket.
bracket.
That
I
don't
don't
mean I
really
can't.
give a damn what she talking about. Cause shit, let me be realistic, bro. I don't expect no star if I was single to be picking me up and dating me.
How does this take away from me saying that ain't no rich man out here trying to get with Lizzo? At the end of the day, by the time Lizzo get married, the goose she gonna marry or go, we're gonna always be broker than her.
Well, how do you know that? Here's the thing: you don't know this. You're only assuming based off of your
Because I'm
Look
going
at
experience.
off of
look at
previous
Rihanna for
prior
instance.
examples.
Rihanna before she married ASAP Rocky, she was married to that billionaire dude. You know what I'm
Who?
saying?
Who? Rihanna?
Yeah.
Look who she got now. And she couldn't have been married. But look who she got now. She's a billionaire. And Rihanna ain't
Yeah,
fat.
she is now 'cause she divorced a billionaire. That's kind of how it works. Shit.
Look who she got now. A guy she's taking care of.
You know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Okay, fine. Let's look at it from a different aspect. Let's look at Mariah. You know, back when Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon were together.
Mm-hmm.
Now
Nick,
here's the perfect thing.
Nick
Nick
Cannon
Cannon.
changed up.
But hold on, hear me out. Nick Cannon. Now, mind you,
Nick Cannon
Mariah
got
Carey,
shit
she
handed to
had
him.
sat there and gotten her billion. Yeah, she was a millionaire, billionaire, one of them. And she decided to go ahead and get with Nick Cannon. She didn't get with Nick Cannon because of his finances, because he was less than her. She got
Man, what about $500,000? Nick Cannon cornerback. Nick Cannon been caked up.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's not. But
Let's look up Nick Cannon work for Mariah Carey, work for it now.
It's not even close.
I'm not even talking about right now, sir. I'm gonna need you to keep up, please.
No, we could do that. We could do that, babe. But see, the thing
Hey.
about it is that he was handed opportunities just because he got with Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not even a matter of that. It's a matter of, you know, a whole lot of people sat there and told Nick Cannon, nah, you know what? She ain't never, you know, you already out of her tax bracket.
Yeah,
she ain't never gonna look at you. She ain't never gonna want you.
Cannon's only worth $20 million.
Yeah, I seen it. But okay, well, but that still proves my point. With her being worth that, she got to date down.
She didn't have to date down. She could have sat there and dated anybody she wanted. You think
Nick
Cannon was
hold on. The previous time she had dated up.
Yeah, she did.
Hold on, how did we get to Mariah Carey anyway? We were talking about the fat girl.
Nah.
You
lost that argument.
But see, look at Lizzo's personality, though. She attracting with her personality like this.
Okay, so you're saying Lizzo, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know the fat girl.
But Lizzo's not having a problem.
Hold on. I got this PMT. How about Lizzo versus Kelly Price?
Let me answer this.
Kelly Price bad.
You're saying Lizzo, but Lizzo's not having a hard time with her male fan base. She got buff dudes, skinny dudes, all type of men on her feed trying to get at her. Same thing what y'all was saying about the woman Precious. She's
it's
still
a
got
difference between marrying and taking care of you than putting their meat up in you. That's a difference. Every man get drunk and put his meat in damn near any girl on the planet. You get damn pregnant, bro.
Not true.
I'm just saying. I'm damn sure a lot of
drunk and put your meat into anything.
I'm just making an example. There's a lot of damn men. Y'all said out there being a dog.
No, I'm saying when I was younger, I was shallow. Shit.
So wait. So you're saying because they are a certain size that they're unwanting. So what do you say when other people date black men?
Which way?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like everybody knows, like only time other groups really holler at black men is when they're athletes or they got money. Other than
that, but women are holler at any men with damn money.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I mean, in general.
No, not even in general. No. I had the option to sit there and marry a 52-year-old man that had money, and I sat there and turned that shit down, and this man was floored. So that is not true.
I mean, what? Hold on. How does that go against my point? I said that. I don't care if these men love them or not. I mean, y'all trying to say like when y'all say stuff like that, you acting like these guys ain't getting fucked over by black women every day too. Nah, and I believe in black love, but I don't knock nobody for loving who they love.
Is that your go-to? That whenever we bring up a plausible fact, then you'll say, well, then you'll go to, well, this side is doing it.
No. What was the plausible fact? Because I said something about y'all fucked it up. Y'all jumped all over.
I got you. You brought up about the Lizzo or the fat chicks, right?
Yeah.
But then we also look at it that these fat chicks that are walking around that are having babies,
they're not getting married, they're not getting took care of, and I got them get somebody.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that they're not getting married?
Because Kelly Price is married.
She's a very beautiful big woman. I'm talking about personality and looks wise.
Hold on, Jill Scott married and then had a baby. Let's go ahead and look at
Lizzo just ain't got the personality a man should be attracted.
She's not trying to get married. Lizzo's not trying to get married.
And she's
trying to get thotted up.
She's not. She's trying to. Here's the thing
She's
about
trying to
Lizzo.
get thotted up.
She's trying
Lizzo,
to fucking have fun. She's trying to have
So,
fun.
so the thing about Lizzo, and this is what I have a problem with, she's trying to inflict the same harm and damage done to her.
Yep.
That to men, and she's come out about that. That well, they made fun of me because I was fat, so I'm doing this. So she's doing the get you back type of treatment.
Yep.
Which no matter what no matter what any of you men say, she's still a millionaire. She's still making money. There will be men that will be in her DM proposing to her to try to marry her. It's hard to believe, but I know, and this is no shock to a lot of people, but the proportion of America is big. So that's just being honest. So I hear a lot about this healthy talk, but when we look at the lifestyle of a lot of Americans, it's anything but that. And then when it comes to that of talking about the women, let's look at the men. And the men, no offense, but there's been more male content creators that have died than there have been women. And if the women are so underweight or so fat and unhealthy, why are the men dying faster than the women? That's where I'm just looking at the reality of all this. Even Gabi form, even Gabby from Empire is engaged. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Listen, bro. We don't have to. I'm not blind to the reality that what you want, that's what you're gonna go after. What you want. When I show y'all, hang on. Let me show this person right here. I'm gonna show y'all this person right here. But he's saying no fat chick or some that they don't want fat chicks. However, let me just go ahead and show this woman right here. Can y'all see? There's this woman right here. That is not a small woman. That's not a petite woman. Eliza, I would say you're way smaller than her.
Nah, she thick. Where homie go?
Right. Now, right there. You see that right there, Exile?
Yeah, she thick.
I can tell you she had a baby or something. She thick.
Yeah, she had
now,
a couple babies.
These two men went abroad. Like, come on, man. Come on. Where Al at for this? Like, y'all
I'm right here. I'm right here, bruh.
Like, y'all gonna say that's small? That's petite?
That's not small. I am small. That is not small. She just, you can tell she just had a kid, which is probably one of the reasons she's so iffy about sitting there and letting one of them put dick in her. Because I guarantee you that kid she had, she got some type of way to where she's sitting there and supporting their ass. It could be child support. It can be daddy's still there smashing, whatever the case. And even, look, if you notice, these two niggas is right here. Excuse my language, but these two black men are right here. She ain't even paying these men no mind. She's sitting here looking at her phone, knowing damn well she could look anywhere else. She looking at her phone. She about to sit there and curve these niggas and then walk right out, knowing damn well she came over there. If they were attractive, if they were, if they had higher finances, if they were attractive, whatever the fuck, she probably would have sat there and let some of that have some play. But if you arguing over 300 pesos, which literally breaks down to $16, why the fuck would I want to even engage in a conversation with you behind $16? Let's keep it a buck. These girls is out here hoeing for real. They understand the value of their pussy, which is why they sitting there putting that bitch on display and on sale. So for these men to even be engaging in this shit, and then they sitting there trying to argue or sitting there and trying to like film this shit, that's embarrassing as fuck.
Like this dude right here, again, y'all talk about this. Kevin told y'all to travel. Kevin told y'all to go abroad. Go where y'all are wanted. This is the Dominican Republic.
It didn't look like these women wanted they ass to me. The young lady that's over here in the corner.
Y'all can't say, mind you, The homeboy laughing at you, boy.
Right.
I'm just saying. Let me get this out here. What kind of friend is recording you getting cucked by the woman? Mind you, the other woman, and I can promise you right now, he knew damn well if she had touched him, that nigga on that phone would have came. I can tell you right now, when you see, let me
I'm about to make
teach y'all a
Jennifer.
little one-on-one. I can tell you right now, I got you. I'm about to end it. I can tell you right now, for all y'all fellas, that woman on that phone, had he not come up with that money, had he tried to get janky, oh, that would have been the end of his story. When she got up with that phone and started texting, you're going to pay. You're going to pay. Had he not come up with that money, that would have been it. Have her try to put no hands on her. You good. You can go. You know what she said? No, me no go. Me no go. Me no go. She telling him what she gonna do in his crib.
Yeah. That's the
Okay.
craziest part about it
All
all.
right. We'll get at you. Come on. Like I said, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm just trying to tell y'all. Like I said, I'm just trying to tell y'all, and respect to you, Real Talk, for coming up. I'm glad you had a dialogue. You see, I did not interfere. Exile and Al can confess to that I didn't get gritty. I just listened and I allowed them to have the dialogue, a simple dialogue. Y'all got to understand, man, these pill ideologies and these mentorship is not tweaking very well in the real world. And men are catching a lot of L's. Y'all don't have to believe me. Look at the environment right now, man. Just look at the environment. Like it literally, you can literally put it in their manosphere watch list. If y'all people are trying to say Nick Cannon is a high value dude, I will say you're a fucking fool. Nick Cannon will never spend time with any of his children. He takes pictures with them like they're like Kodak moments. That is the most
Yeah. There's even rappers that's rapped about that.
right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't saying by name, but you know who they referring to.
Yeah, they talking about him. They clowning him. No woman in her weight and salt is going to be involved with Nick Cannon unless she sees she gonna get something out of it. All the women know that he's not going to be there. All the women know he's not going to be in their life. That's why all the women that he done got impregnated were like girls who hold the signs and like The Price is Right or Wild and Out. Those are all those girls. Any other woman just took on the court. Call it a day. Y'all got to do better, man. I respect y'all. I love y'all. I know y'all feel a certain type of way about me saying, hey, this shit is making y'all men weak, and y'all can say, BMT. That's no. Look around you at the environment, at the talking point. Exile done traveled around, Al done traveled around, Mike done traveled around. I'm sure you Real Talk, Daniel, a lot of people have traveled around and seen what has rotted this space. It ain't, nah, man. This shit is happening by choice. This is by choice. Genocide is by choice. So I'll see y'all guys later. I'm BMT. I'll catch y'all guys. I gotta go do high value men. High value men like pissing in the pool of the dating market.
I'm back.
We was just
What is that? How value men like pissing in the Google of the dating market or in the pool of the dating market?
I need you to go. I want to see what you got on that Rollo Tomasi list. I want to hear from your perspective as a relationship couple, is that something viable for something you would pass on to your son or young people?
Okay, so you're gonna have to give me this list because I just got back.
I just you just saw it, Al. You literally
Oh,
it's the Rolo Tomasi. Look right here.
Yeah, the list
oh,
that he pulled up. No,
oh,
no
yeah, 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 yeah,
marriage,
yeah. Okay,
all
I
that
got you.
shit.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Okay.
That's something that Exile can teach
Pull,
other young
pull,
men.
pull, hey, pull it up again so I can screenshot that shit so I can literally go over that shit later. Give me a second. Let me
Man,
pull up my
Rolo
that list was
screenshotter.
wild. That list was
Rolo
wild.
Tomasi. This is the godfather of Red Pill.
Yeah,
Make a
This
big
is his
screen so I can get it.
make that one thing big screen.
okay.
Okay.
You got it, bro?
Um, babe,
Hold
you got
on.
it?
Hold on. I'm
Here, I'll screenshot it myself. Hold on.
trying to get it in there. I got it.
I think
I
these
got it.
I think these are good values that, y'all can teach young girls. You know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of this stuff that I'm seeing right here, I will not be sitting there and teaching this to my son. Now, mind you, as far as the whole, waiting to go ahead and make sure that you're good before you sit there and try to impose anything you have on somebody else. Sure, I already instilled that in my son. My son has already made that decision. He's had a couple of girlfriends. These girls have sat there and tried to have physical relationships. He sat there and literally curved them like, no, they ended up breaking up. He's like, okay, it is what it is. And my son really doesn't care about that because he knows that he wants to make sure that he's good. But this whole do not get married, that don't make no sense to me. It really doesn't. If you find, once again, the Bible says, and we already know I'm not really heavy on Christianity, but this is the same ideology of these people here. When a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing, right? So,
There seems like no peace in that list at all.
right. You know what I mean? Like,
Get
so
money. What are you talking about? There's an number. Get money.
hold on. So not only are they not supposed to get married, even if they sit there and they find somebody that's worthy of, them deciding to marry, but then they're also supposed to avoid having kids. So that means that, your whole life you got to whack off, which already, I mean, hey, it is what it is, right? And then, don't nobody want to talk about the vasectomies in your 20s so that, now no matter how you change your mind when you have more experience, when you have more education, when you've been around the
No,
block.
no, 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 no. When you done built all that wealth and you ain't got
Right,
nobody to pass it on to.
exactly. Okay. And then it says lift consistently. I mean, are we sitting there talking about bodybuilding?
Do you
I'm gonna
lift,
tell y'all
bruh?
right now.
Do you lift, bruh? Say it with your chest, bruh.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Lifting can do some damage to you.
Thank you.
To do some of this, like it's crazy because they're telling you to go get a vasectomy, but also go do lifting. And a lot of weightlifters can tell you the hemorrhage and damages that they did internally, and also to like having children. Like you got to be careful. That's why your groin. I'm not sure if you ever seen what happens when that shit gets pushed out of your butthole and all that shit. But
No,
hey,
they haven't. They
Oh my
haven't.
god.
No, he's right because I've
No,
actually
no,
seen
I
it.
know. I've seen it. That's why I'm like, oh my god.
You
like,
know, but
you
that
know,
also goes to why you should have a vasectomy before you sit there and try to do this. Cause you know what I mean? Because once again, somebody is literally, it's really seeming like somebody is putting their own their personal goals on here for everybody else,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
that makes no sense
Their
to me.
own personal thoughts and
I,
Eliminate
beliefs
I,
that
all
they're fucked up.
sedations. How many people have sedations out here? Sedation is whenever you
no,
have something putting you to sleep. So how
and
many
listen,
people are literally consistently on various forms of sedation?
Hey, all I want to know, BMT, do you lift, bro? You lift?
listen. I do body weight. Whatever my body weight is, that's what I deal with. That's all I need to deal with.
I
No, you
mean,
got to
that's
push harder, bro. Number four on
Sorry,
the
buddy.
list, bro.
Sorry, buddy. I got one or two more kids left in me. If I do,
No,
you
number
feel
four on
me.
the
You feel
list.
me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I was sitting there, I was sitting there holding my strength and holding my own. I can sit there and still have enough strength to be able to hold my body weight. But I'm
That's
not
it. All you gotta be able to do is lift your body weight. That's it. That's actually the max you need to actually push.
right. But then hold on, it says learn game. So here's my question. It says learn game and networking. I'm gonna sit there and stop at learn game. Why do you
Al,
need to
you are
learn game?
cheating. This is
Huh?
y'all supposed to do a couple conversation.
Man, look, this shit is astounding to me.
No,
All right, I got
no, I'm stopping it. This is supposed to be y'all conversation for y'all to have.
okay.
Why we want to conversate about that silly ass list?
Right.
No, y'all go. No, I'm putting in the request. I want to know from a marital couple.
All right. I would do a
Is
live
that
just for you, BMT. I would do a live just for you with this level of fuckery that you have sat
oh,
there
now
and dropped
so
in my lap.
wait. How's it that now? It's fuckery. Now it's fuckery, but that's literally.
When did we say? When did we not say this manosphere shit was not fuckery? I'll wait.
Rolo Tomasi is he's teaching young men how to be men. Another fun fact: why are the some or most of these pool dating coaches and pill gurus are married dudes? Ooh, that is good.
Right. Thank you.
That
That
are
are
telling
killing the
you
youth.
not to have families or get married. Do as I say, not as I do. Daniel, get out of there,
Thank
bro.
you.
Get out of there. Get out of
Thank you,
there.
Daniel.
Get out of
Thank
there.
you. Hats off. Giving flowers. If I could give you a rose, my guy, I would give you a rose.
Yep,
Flowers.
that definitely does happen during weightlifting. I've seen a guy doing squats, and then all of a sudden we thought he was peeing, and then all of a sudden his legs locked up, and then he just fell down, and then his eyes rolled in the back of his head, and we were like, "Gotta
And
get
I
him up."
bet you wish that was an orgasm.
Yeah, listen.
All I'm saying is, look, this
Mm.
I will go ahead and I will go ahead and do this just for you because you did make a
Yep.
request.
Don't have acid. Don't have acid.
I'm not
Hey,
gonna have I don't half-ass anything, but
you put more
this
energy in the goddamn us talking about goddamn what the fuck we was talking. We had a damn one.
Kevin Samuels.
No. Well, that fuck Kevin Samuels. What we
Yeah,
talking about?
that part.
What was the show that me and you like talking about? Fucking
Once Upon a Time.
what was that? Listen, y'all want to get Al to talk. Go talk about Once Upon a Time. That girl literally she put her whole heart into that. But
man, look.
we're going to do a couples conversation. Listen, if y'all would like to trust me, go over. We want to know from people who are well seasoned. Mm-hmm. Why are men afraid to talk about the Tomasi list? Why are they afraid of the list? Literally, I mean, that's to me. I told you that's eugenics. That's a eugenics.
It is. Not only are they sitting there and telling you not to procreate, but then they literally giving you a list of shit that's going to sit there and honestly kill you or cause harm to you. And then whenever you go to the hospital, and let's keep it a buck, ladies and gentlemen. Whenever you go to the hospital and there is a fear of death that literally shadows you, the one thing you gonna wish you had, if it's not your mama there, is gonna be your lady. But they sitting there telling you not to do that either. So literally,
It ain't gonna be Tomasi or motherfucking Kevin Samuels. I'll tell you that much.
Hold on, BMT, do me a favor. Can you go ahead and look up an image of Tomasi? I want to see what this person looks like.
Okay, you want to see what Tomasi?
Yes.
Looks like? Okay.
Because for me, it's sounding like this man is sitting here and giving black men a list to sit there and eradicate themselves. Mind you, they've been sitting there.
He is a black man himself.
I want to see.
Tomasi.
That's who?
Why did he look right? That's Tomasi right there. Why does he remind me of Diamondback or some damn singer? That's Tomasi. That's Rolo Tomasi right there.
I just want to sit there and put this out there. Y'all see what this man look like? And you really think that as a black man, okay, I'm speaking to black men. Black men, y'all really think this man right here has your best interest at heart? He literally just gave you a list to sit there and not only make sure that you're not procreating, but you also kill yourself. He is doing the fucking white supremacist job, and y'all sitting there eating that shit up like motherfucking bacon in a southern family household for breakfast. Y'all eating that shit up like y'all can't get enough of it. Y'all eating that shit up like y'all starving, and this man is literally directing you to sit there and knock yourself off. Sitting there and talking about, oh, why did my wife leave me? Which means he was married, and then did he not sit there and say? What was the first two things? I'll bring it back up. What was the first two things on his list, ladies and gentlemen?
Do not get married.
Coming from a white Latin, coming from a white Jew and Latino, not a good look.
The first thing
not a good look
was do not get married, and then he has a thing that says, "Why did my wife leave me?" It looks like you got married, my guy. So why is it that you get to sit there and be happy, and just because you fucked it up, you want to sit there and God my black people to sit there and eradicate themselves because you fucked it up? And look, that don't look like a wife. That looked like a young thing that he was sitting there and trying to smash. It may even be his wife. At the end of the day, this man can get married, but he's telling y'all not to. I'm gonna need y'all to wake the fuck up. Once again, critical thinking. This is why I always say, instead of listening to verbiage, you need to find the origin of the verbiage and who it is that put it out there. And then I need y'all to literally ask yourself, what is the narrative these people are trying to put out there? You're sitting here and thinking, because y'all don't know he's white, oh yeah, that looks good. You know, he's over there with Kevin Samuels, blah, 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 and all this other shit. This man is literally leading y'all to sit there and ixnaying the black race. But you know what? What do I know? I'm just a black woman. Let me shut the whole fuck up.
Also, fun fact: Rollo Tomasi has kids. I just want you to know that.
Oh, and he has kids. You know what?
I find it
this nigga don't even lift.
That nigga got kids. That nigga got kids. Y'all got a old. What's going on, D. Darrell? Y'all literally have a crusty old crazy white man telling y'all to he's married and he has kids. I find it very, listen, bro, he literally just told y'all some Margaret Sanger shit. And
and they selling that shit. Bro. That's fucked up.
I'm just telling you, like, literally, he told y'all some shit about what it takes for you to be valued as a man. And I can send y'all the tape of him talking to the goofy ass Fresh and Fit motherfuckers. And he didn't even know what a high value man was. But they keep saying that shit, but they don't know what it is. He's the one telling you about hey, how you need to be as a man, you need to go get X, Y, and Z done to yourself. But they don't even do it themselves, but they want you to do it. So, again, I'm trying to tell you, if I got to send you the footage, I really want y'all need to actually check on the shit that a lot of people are portraying.
I'm telling you.
So when I asked the man, and I asked him respectfully, because you was right there, I asked him respectfully. I said, hey, man, do you know the doctrine that you believe in?
Mm-hmm.
You know the origin. If I would have asked a Christian,
if they knew the doctrine they believed in, they sit there and give you all kind of chapters out that book. But at least they would have gave you an answer.
You know, the thing about it is, you got to know what y'all are battling for, bro. You got to know what you standing for. If y'all telling me that literally that this man, that man who got married, has kids, literally did X, Y, and Z, but telling y'all, and I get it, okay, don't rush to get married, no man in his right mind is going to beat y'all up about that.
Right.
Okay? We're
Even
not
women
gonna
will
beat
sit
y'all
there and
about
tell you
that.
not to rush and get married. Wait till you have a desire, and then you begin to go ahead and establish something for a potential wife. Yes,
Right.
then we'll sit there and tell you, okay, because that way you're ready. If you're not ready, don't even sit there and engage. You don't even try to put your toenail in the game. Yes, women will agree with that across the board. You will have
We,
no fight, no resistance at all.
we don't have no smoke with you on that. But what we call into question, and why I say that this space has made men weak and soft
Mm-hmm.
as fuck. And it's simple. And again, nobody want to answer. Y'all say, oh, there's that list. This is the quickest path for y'all. Do not get married, but your talking
Even though
points
he
is
did.
all. But y'all talking points in this space is about traditional wife. What about the family? What about patriarchy? Well, they just said, fuck all that shit. Don't get married. So
Yep.
black men, all your talking points about child support issues, about the household, all shit. That's not. I told y'all, that's not their fucking problem. Y'all issues and y'all trying to compare to be MGTOW and all this other goofy shit. That's not your fight. And y'all get mad when I say that shit and say, "Oh, BFT, you're just picking on us." No, dude. I'm trying to tell you what they really think about your talking points.
Yep.
Avoid family creation. Avoid family creation.
So in other words, let's go ahead and break that down because he had to put it in a certain way for Twitter. In other words, don't have kids. The same shit eugenics been saying, or not eugenics, but the same shit Planned Parenthood been saying. The same shit a lot of these white motherfuckers out here saying. And if anybody's white in the chat, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the hierarchy. The same motherfucking shit a whole lot of people been saying because they are literally trying to eradicate you. The same shit that motherfucking Planned Parenthood was sitting there and sticking fucking giving men measles and mumps and syphilis and all this shit. The same shit where they sitting here and they literally stealing black women's fucking uterus and they ovaries and all this shit. The same fucking shit. And they sitting here and telling y'all shit to sit there and avoid family creation. Let me hold on, BMT. Let me go ahead and say something else. Do y'all not realize that the main reason that this man is sitting there and saying this and y'all now picking this up, or they sitting there and trying to change the narrative to the black area, is because for white people, they already see that the level of white babies that are being born are going down, and their biggest fear is the fact that their race is going to be eradicated. And now they're sitting there and trying to give us this shit. Do y'all not realize that?
Get out of
Why,
there.
why y'all so
Get out of there.
focused on sitting there and hating y'all women and hating this and hating that and all these women that hate y'all, which honestly, that's not women. Those are angry ass bitches, and let them hoes be angry. Okay, leave them hoes alone. I'm gonna go with what they say. Don't sit there and get them. If they think you ain't shit, then bitch, they can go ahead and stay over there in the A shit lane. All right, let them be miserable. But whenever it comes to this, these are the same people that have been sitting there and trying to eradicate you for years. You think they doing you a favor? They are not. They are literally trying to convince you to do the job. Just like, at one point in time, we had the Ku Klux Klan. Do you know how many Ku Klux Klan love fucking gangbangers because they sitting there and doing a better job of killing niggas than they could ever? Do y'all not realize that?
Like again, that right there, it says, oh look, this one's a good one. Vasectomy in your 20s. I
There
got
it is.
now that's crazy
Right there.
because you haven't even begun to live in your 20s, and they're already telling you to do that. They're telling you to do that, and that now what's crazy about this, and I want you to understand, like this is why I say y'all got to listen to, and I'll get you whatever stuff y'all need. Y'all also got to get, y'all need to go get mediocre tutorials, but he also covers the discussion. He also could cover it, so you can also look at it. Hang on, let's see, because it scared a lot of these dudes because they started to learn that holy shit, I don't think this stuff is going to end very well for us anymore.
That part.
And so, hang on, where is it at?
They
So
already sitting there and telling y'all to sit there and knock yourself off in y'all 20s.
this is the video y'all need. This is the video y'all need. Sneeko and Destiny are going to debate the red pill godfather, Rollo Tomasi. So they're going to debate him. If y'all would like to listen and y'all want to hear that, like literally, and I want y'all to understand that literally, it's you can't make this up. You can't make none of this up.
Put the link in the chat,
You got it.
I would like to take that chat. If I'm gonna sit there and do this, I would like to sit there and bring that video over as well.
Okay, I got you. Fresh and fit are not fundamental Black Americans. Oh, now y'all going by what's fundamental. Now y'all can't talk. Listen, see, real talk. Y'all can't play that game. You can't play. I'm cherry picking now because that's a thing. That's a thing that like I said, you're always welcome to come back. You're always welcome to come back.
We would love to have you.
You're always welcome back. I put the link in there, and I'm also going to put it in the back chat so that way you can grab it.
I got it, brother.
Oh, like I said, you can go ahead and look at it. You know, honestly, real talk. You yourself, Myron never showed he had a batch. Yep. Listen. At that point, we already know. We already starting to understand how those two are moving. When I say no different than those pastors that were for Margaret Sanger, I did the same way. I see them no differently now. Again, what y'all should do, I will tell you. Yes, Myron does pay women for sex and take care of a bunch of sugar babies. Yes, he does. He's already been exposed for that. So
wait, hold on. How do we get to sitting there talking about some sugar babies and sugar daddies? Hold up. Wait, what?
Well, that the guys who endorse Rollo Tomasi, that they have other backdoor dealings.
Wow.
They have backdoor dealings. Like they believe if you pay a woman to strip, you need to pull them draws to the side. You know your place.
I'm sorry. Look, ain't no nigga with no vasectomy in his 20s gonna sit there and try to dictate what I do with my pussy ever, bruh. Ever. I really wish I met these motherfuckers because I'm like, bro, you ain't even, your dick don't even work, bruh. It's not a matter of little dick energy. You ain't got no dick energy, my guy. How the fuck you gonna sit there and tell me to sit there and put anything to the motherfucking side or any of that shit?
I see people hate Kevin more than Cynthia G. You know what? Let me tell you this.
May I? Hold on. Real talk. I'm gonna say this. When you were up here, you could have easily talked about Cynthia G. I would love to sit there and hear more about this woman. I'm a married woman, so a lot of these fucking single conversations that these motherfuckers be having, I don't engage in. If you would like to sit there and bring it up on here, maybe on a next time, because I don't know when he's gonna shut it down. Right. But if you would like to sit there and bring that shit up, we could have done that, and I could have sat there and told you my opinions about Cynthia G. Because if she on that bullshit, I'm gonna sit there and state she on that bullshit.
Right, but you did it. And like I said, I brought my talking points to the forefront about the pill ideology, the transmaxing, fresh and fit are and Rollo's main on is not primarily. It doesn't matter. What are y'all trying? But y'all follow after an audience ideology.
Y'all follow the doctrine, dude. It don't matter if it's for black people or not. If y'all following the doctrine to a T, guess what? Y'all sitting here making it for black people. And once again, it's shown that if you sit there and use it, it don't matter whether it's one or if it was 100. Do you know even with one child or even with one person that no longer has a legacy, how many other lives that affects and that touches?
Like, y'all got to understand, like, y'all equivalent Kevin to red pill. Y'all equivalent the like
y'all. He sat there and said the doctrine is just advice for men. You know what? Okay, black man. Go ahead and let it be advice for you. Go ahead.
Like I said, like y'all again, whenever those people from the other manosphere get in trouble, they come down the street to y'all. Whenever they get into some issue, y'all gladly welcome them in to sit down and cheerio have the conversations. Again, it's not going well for that of the outer rim. Like it's just not looking well. Now y'all can keep on thinking that everything's gonna be okay, but however, do not get married, a boyfriend creation, vasectomy in your 20s. Yeah, those three right there, the holy three trinities. Oh, they know y'all like talking about game and networking, but y'all networking and game ain't at the same potential power that theirs is at. It's
Like I
not.
said, if you ain't sitting there dealing with no female, why the fuck you need to learn game? And honestly, you only need to learn game so you can sit there and fuck. So please make it make sense to me. If you avoiding family creation, that means you avoiding sex. If you avoiding sex, why the fuck you need to learn game? I'm gonna need somebody to break it down, please.
Hey, hey,
Explain it
hey,
to me.
hey, hey, hey. Exile will teach you and explain it so that way you can explain it.
Oh, he ain't gonna explain that one.
Oh Lord. All right, y'all. We're gonna let you go. Real talk. If you like to holler and pretty much go about more of this conversation, let me do you a favor. Let me go. Elijah, how you spell your channel? Eliza
ALYZA
ZA
Havoc.
Havoc. Yep. She has that very, very, very. So listen, y'all. Give me a thought. Which one of these she devil witches right here? Oh, this scary woman right here. But she's very cool and very fun. I love my sis. I love her to death. She has some. Listen, I'm telling you right now. When you go there, one of the main things to do, check your feelings at the door.
Please do.
Just check. I'm gonna save y'all a lot of problems.
Yep. I'm about to say, look,
I'm gonna
because if
save
y'all
y'all.
don't, y'all ain't gonna do nothing but just go over there and get y'all feelings hurt.
You're just gonna save you a lot of problems. Just leave your feelings out of it. It'll be a lot easier. It just save you a lot of heartache. Just don't go there with no feelings. Just it is for what it is. And if she asks you a question, I was very patient. Patience is not a thing over there. It's either you just know or you don't know. So
Mm-hmm.
so other than that, pretty much definitely. Y'all go over there, check her out. She has a mixed panel. They're there for solutions.
Yes.
Also if you have relationship advice that you do need from that of a marital couple, you definitely would like to check them out. They definitely can help you out with that.
Yeah.
And it definitely good dialogue. So other than that, you guys, I'm BMT. I thank you guys for pretty much the conversation. Um, Anything you want to say, Al, before we go?
No, I mean, I'll go ahead and go live tonight. Matter of fact, well, actually, I'm probably gonna go live here in a few minutes because it is already nighttime. But you know what? Hey, if we can definitely go ahead and talk about this because right now I'm perplexed. I need understanding, and if somebody think they can give it to me, please do. And if you all have any issues or not even issues, if you guys have some questions from somebody that's actually been through it, done it before, then and somebody that's gonna not be biased, that's gonna give you a completely objective perspective on some shit, then yeah, go ahead and come on over. If you coming over just to sit there and try to argue and bullshit, yeah, you might not want to come over there. That might not be the space for you. My panel is like my house, and honestly, if you come in my house starting chaos, you will not be welcome back. It's very simple. So,
Well, guys, I am putting the link in the chat so that way. Shout out to I'll Be That News from that Classic Ruby and my brother Zell.
Heck yeah, I like Ruby. She's good peoples.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Ruby.
Real talk, I encourage you to go over there. You know, get your channel out there, bro. Get your channel out there.
Oh yeah, because I definitely I sit there and I shout out channels all day long. So yeah.
Like I said, your channel, trust me, you coming around my space, your channel will grow. Your channel will grow. You coming around my space, it will grow. And go around Al's space, you'll find Clue and all them weirdos out there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm one of those weirdos.
Yep. Exile will gladly shuttle you around like the ferryman. I'm gonna have to change his name to the ferryman. He'll ferry you around to all these places of exiled people. So
well, thank you. I'm gonna change my name to Big Al.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that'll definitely work. And I'm
BLT, you ain't even began to see the beginning of my people, baby. He don't know.
I know. Leave me on the shore. Leave me on the shore. I've already dealt enough with them UK people, and I'm good. I am good.
Nah, you haven't met my troll clique.
No. Definitely. So Al, they are definitely waiting on you. It's all on you now, sis.
All right. Well, you know what? Give me 30 minutes. And if, this way y'all have time to get y'all drinks, y'all popcorn, whatever it is y'all need. And then we can go ahead and meet back here at the same bat place, same bat channel.
Now, I want y'all to understand the conversation will be on this, guys. This is what y'all need to know about being a good man or ladies. You can ask your man. One, we do not want to get married. Do we want to avoid family procreation?
I'm gonna have to put this out in TikTok because I got to bring some of my TikTok people.
Avoid family procreation. Vasectomies. Is your man getting a vasectomy?
He better not if he want to get swallowed.
How often does your man want to go work out? Eliminate all.
Now, babe, I'm lifting.
Does he want to learn game and networking? Play to your strengths and build wealth. Resist easing up on your focus. So, with that being said, if your man's not doing that, ladies, he's not a real man. We'll see you guys later.
According to the white man that was married and got kids.
Yo, what's up, Bronze Bird? That's one of my peoples I be going out there and seeing.
What's up, Bronze? All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end it. I'm gonna give me about 30 minutes. Matter of fact, it's 10:16. I'm gonna say 10:45. My shit should be up and popping.
Okay, all right. That should definitely work.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so y'all, we'll see y'all guys later. Definitely.
All right, I will see y'all later. Thank y'all for having me.
Oh, I bet